Ladies and gentlemen, welcome nerds, welcome Vanilla WoW fans, welcome Classic WoW boys to the grand finals of Warsong Gulch tournament. We are super happy to be here. We have been working for the past month to put together these spectating tools and this rule set and this entire system to make this tournament happen. Of course, we all know this is a beautiful 15-year-old video game. Spectator tools are not built into this game. It was not designed to be played competitively, but we're not going to let that stop us. Welcome to the grand finals. I am your host, Ohhgee Haptics. I am joined by the one and only Cadet, and Mr. Raihez will be observing full-time operating the camera today. Cadet, how you doing? Happy to be here with you.
Yeah, man. I'm very pleased to be casting with you in here. I wasn't expecting to give him that opportunity.
Very happy to have you. So, for those of you that don't know, Cadet is a big time multi-classer. This is one of the only people I know that plays just about every class in the game. I myself am just a guy that loves Vanilla Warsong Gulch. Both of us have many, many years of experience playing, and we are hyped today to watch these two teams go at it. Our grand final teams are going to be Big Dick Energy and Frog Kebab House. So let's talk about these teams just a little bit. Big Dick Energy's lineup is as follows. We have Tribe on the Warrior, Halfeel on Priest, Fillets on Paladin, UHDX Shaman. Our mates are Kron and Voika, Mr. Perplexity on the Rogue, Mr. Storm X on the Druid. Our Hunter is Funeral. Our second Priest is Yolam, and Big Boy Goth on the Warlock. Big Dick Energy, certainly a stacked lineup. As soon as the tournament was announced, we saw this team roster come out, and I think a lot of people in their heads this whole time have been thinking that Big Dick Energy is the team to beat. They made it through the early bracket with the utmost ease. They 3-0'd most of their opponents in less than 15 minutes, including another roster that people had their eyes on, E-Heroes, players with a little less vanilla experience, but some extremely high-rated retail experience. That was an interesting matchup. Meanwhile, we have the opponents today. Frog, Kebab, Hunter, Steezy, and Genova Hero on the Mages. Sampula, our Paladin, Sush on the Warlock 2 times. Henhouse, dueling tournament champion, Sush. Mr. Zulp on the Warrior. Our Druid will be Boney, Demeter on the Shaman, Colas and Asmi on the Priests, and then Sam on the Rogue. Frog Kebab House, a lineup that is built from top to bottom to compete with Big Dick Energy for our Classic Cup title. This roster from day one, the purpose was to be able to compete with that stacked Big Dick Energy lineup. They made it through the bracket with very little trouble, dominating most of their opponents. So while we've seen a lot of stomps throughout the early rounds of the tournament, I fully anticipate this to be one hell of a game. Cadet, any thoughts before we jump into the match?
Yeah, that's pretty much what people, if you played some private server scene, you know this is almost like Apes versus Relaxi Soil. It's a super expected matchup. Those teams are pretty much the best of the private server scene right now. So yeah, like there's a lot of hype built in, not only between the spectators, but also between the players and the guilds.
Absolutely. Big Dick Energy, a team with players that many would consider to be the best of their class in the Vanilla WoW scene. Meanwhile, Frog Kebab House with some more up and coming players, some younger talents, but still plenty of experience holding their roster down. We are almost ready to go. The teams are almost ready to queue up. We're going to be bringing you guys the game one action any minute. Stay tuned. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, map 1, Frog Kebab House versus Big Dick Energy. For map 1, we are going to have Big Dick Energy on the Alliance side, Frog Kebab House on the Horde side. We'll see how this mid-fight plays out. We've got Genova Hero going in a little bit deep there, retreating now, and the teams will begin to clash. Lots of AoE flying around. Of course, we know so easy for that Horde side to get mid control with the Shaman.
Oh, Steezy died?
Yeah, big lightning bolt there coming in from the Shaman, but Steezy has already gone down an early frag for the Big Dick Energy side.
It's interesting they're using Arcanite Dragon Links and stuff. They're using everything they can.
Indeed, Bone grab trying to make his way out of the Alliance base. Boney on the Horde Druid. Meanwhile, Storm X with a flag pick of his own. Genova Hero here at the Alliance ramp to escort Boney out. So looking like a clean flag pick, but we are about to come upon the time when we see just how important getting mid control at the beginning of that
And the
game is.
return
Storm
goes.
X, meanwhile, has gone down early to the Horde defense. Boney heading towards the ramp at first. He's going to turn it around, head towards the graveyard. Based on the calls his team is giving him of what mid looks like, where the enemy players are positioned. Boney popping the Skull of Impending Doom, going to hop down. He's anticipating the scatter shot from Funeral. Scatter shot doesn't come in, but Funeral pops the Skull of his own. Boney, the big feral charge onto Goth. Going to need that Shadow Reflector now. He will
And
opt
he's out.
not. Yeah, it looks like he has crossed. That's a big, big play from Boney, making it out clean there, running through a big fight. He has players coming to collapse on him. That is Tribe, along with his Paladin mate. And Boney largely by himself right now. Going to drop the Title Charm onto Tribe, of course, is immediately dispelled by the
And he's
Paladin
gonna
using
get peeled.
Cleanse. Yep, he's going to be in a little bit of trouble here if his team doesn't come to peel him. Tribe, of course, has Freedom up, ready to do some serious damage. Meanwhile,
Infernal.
Storm X in the tunnel. This is going to be a big clash inside of the tunnel. Storm X going to try and make it through this team fight. Meanwhile, Boney looks like he wants to
Trying
go
to
for
make
that
the
Horde
graveyard
graveyard
jump.
jump. Yeah.
Stormax using boots right now. Looks like he's out as well. Most like, actually, there's Asmi coming for the fear there. Maybe he'll get it up. Never mind, he gets bashed.
Yeah, it's Perplexity
And
and Funeral both here to peel. Goth there guarding as well. So we will immediately see both flag carriers cross to safety, and we will have a stalemate very early on in this game. What we're going to see now is both of these teams set up their offense and their defense. We'll see the defense typically being classes that are good at peeling and denying areas of the map, like hunters and mages. Of course, you need a priest on defense to dispel those free action potions. We call them FAPs here in the vanilla scene. Of course, a very powerful potion that gives you 30 seconds of immunity to any type of slow, stun, snare, CC. So typically what we'll see is the offense either all pop their FAPs and just try to fly up this banana ramp on the map, or we'll
looks
see
like
them slow push and kill the mages. So let's see how
both
these banana pushes play
offense
out.
both offense teams kind of had some of skirmish in the middle right now, like fighting for who's gonna get the upper hand on the offense. But looks like they just disengage, and yeah. Let's see now. They're gonna get buffs, getting ready for the push.
Yep, so over the Horde Banana we are now. Steezy on defense, Asmi and Genova Hero defending as well, and of course, the Hunter Traque. This is a very standard defense setup. When the offense makes their push, the Hunter will have a flare positioned here to try to prevent the enemy rogue from making his way onto the roof. Assuming the rogue is not on roof, usually what you're going to see him do is kind of wait down in the flag room or out towards that ramp so that his Warlock, Warrior, and other offensive players can force that Druid to jump into the arms of the rogue waiting below. Well, of course, it massively changes what you're able to do in these situations if you do manage to sneak your rogue past this flare and get him onto the roof. You can get a sap on the priest, you can get a blind on a mage, force an early ice block, and catch that druid off guard. But it looks like neither one of these rogues has managed to make it up. So we'll see a standard push from both offenses here in our first stalemate.
Looks like Horde is going for a fast push at the moment.
Yep, here comes the Alliance making their way up the banana. Couple of FAPs coming out. Tribe in the front, doing his best to get up top and connect. Steezy, though, with the Pomp Pyro spec, that's just so much damage. Absolutely deletes Tribe from the server almost immediately. And when your warrior dies, usually that means your push is dead as well. Yolam going down, not quite managing to barely stay alive with the help of the Paladin, but Goth and the two healers will retreat now that Tribe is down. They'll need to head back into the tunnel. Yolam actually will go down as well. So Steezy and Genova here are going to go ahead and push all the way in here, try and wipe this offense up fully. Perplexity is here as well. Looks like he was trying to push with his team. Now he's trying to peel and just keep them alive.
Looks like
If they're
Storm
able to
X
kill
is
the mages. Yeah, if they're able to kill these mages here, by the time Tribe gets back, they can keep the push alive, but it doesn't look like that'll be the case. Goth goes down, Perplexity will be going down shortly as well.
On the other side, Storm did a full lap. Like he already jumped on from roof, and he literally went back down on tunnel and went back up. It was pretty solid push from the Horde side, to be honest. But the
Yeah,
Horde already died as well, so it's pretty much a reset.
yeah, pretty much a reset. So it's Storm X was forced to jump there on the Alliance base. Boney not being forced to jump. The Palm Pyro Mage of Steezy along the Genova Hero and Traque just proving to be way too much damage for Big Dick Energy to easily make their way up the banana. That Palm Pyro Mage on defense is extraordinarily frustrating to play against. Usually forces all of the offense players to put a fire reflector in one of their trinket slots, and besides that, there's just not much you can do to avoid that Palm Pyro damage, that absolutely insane damage. Steezy, one of the only players that we really see utilizing the Palm Pyro Mage a lot in these matches. Oftentimes, he'll be sent to offense to try and blow up that enemy druid, but Frog Kebab House, they know that this is a big game. They don't want to risk anything. They're going to put that Palm Pyro Mage on defense, where he will be a thorn in the side of Big Dick Energy when they attempt their offense pushes.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, Storm X was forced to jump that time, and that really is a good example of how powerful the Horde team is on offense because they have shamans. Shamans can just do so much to put pressure in a team fight, and their burst damage is almost unmatched.
yeah,
Palm
the
Pyro
beater with
Mage,
the totem twisting as well. It's pretty sick, like twisting, grounding totem into Wind Fury, just giving the warrior so much pressure compared to the shed potential with the Wind Fury as a warrior.
yeah, banana pushes coming in from both teams now. Once again, I'm seeing over here at the Alliance base, they're doing a much better job so far shutting this push down. But the
Horde
Fabs
coming
come
up.
out, and Storm X is going to jump early once again over here on the Alliance side.
Yeah, looks
He's
like
got
they are
Halfield
playing it
with
very
him.
safe.
But Sam is on him.
Sam
Sam is on him. Kron here, though, to peel.
keep shot, trinketed, Fab from Storm,
Meanwhile, Boney on the Horde side has been forced to hop down.
coil of Storm.
Yeah, coil onto Storm, but the Rogue is already dead, so that's a lot of the pressure removed, and it looks like Storm will once again be safe. Of course, we know the Alliance fence and above tunnel area is typically thought of as being a bit less powerful than that of the Horde base. That Horde, once you get above that Horde tunnel, there are just so many jumps you can hit and so many angles you can use to line of sight damage from down below. This is much more difficult to do on the space above the Alliance tunnel. And for another thing, that Alliance fence can actually be casted through in many sections of it. You can just cast right through it. And the combination of that fence not being line of sight combined with the insane burst damage of a shaman can make it exceedingly difficult for Alliance flag carriers to survive if the Horde manages to get their lock and their shaman both casting through that fence. It's usually not going to end well for you.
Yeah, looks like the Alliance defense is kind of disorganized. Like Horde is doing such strong pushes that some mages are dying, and they have to like make. They need to defend together as and the Alliance right now. They are like so scuffed. It's like Funeral and Kron are separated from the other priests and mages on the route. So it's probably a good opportunity for the Horde offense to like get a kill on Storm.
Yeah, we'll see if they can make a fast push here. Meanwhile, the Big Dick Energy offense setting up for yet another push. So playing offense on that Alliance side, you lack that raw power and pressure creation of the shaman. Typically, you need to play the offense a bit differently on Alliance. People can push, and what we mean by this is rather than just popping faps and flying up the banana and trying to zerg the flag carrier down with sheer force before his team can really react, a lot of times what we'll see the Alliance do is kind of poke their way out of that banana area, use the fewest amount of cooldowns possible, try to get a kill on a mage, and then retreat and work their way back up the banana while that mage is trapped down by his graveyard. Meanwhile, over here on the Alliance side, we see Storm X has once again been forced to jump from the roof. He's making his way around the fence,
Probably that.
and Zolp is about to kill us. Is here's big sap onto Demeter, or that was a rocket helm, maybe, I believe. Storm X charging right into the team fight. Being healed, being peeled by Funeral. There's a lightning bolt. That's going to be a lot of damage onto Storm. Manages to be healed up, though. He's got Kron and Funeral right on him. Kron and Funeral definitely among the best at their classes. Two very effective peelers. Zolp now manages to connect on Kron, but not going to be able to kill him that easy. Sheep comes out onto Zolp, and it looks like Storm X, followed by Halfeel, will make his way back into this Alliance base. Meanwhile, what's going on at the Horde side, Cadet?
Oh, well,
Looks like we've got the push coming in. Traque going very, very low. We see the slow push in action. Once again, you can see they're not trying to zerg the flag carrier down. They're just trying to land some CC and kill these mages. Of course, the one disadvantage of the Palm Pyro spec, no ice block, no ice barrier, very little survivability. Oh, and Steezy with a nice little blink fake manages to fake Tribe down, but he's got the intercept to get right back on him. Steezy going very, very low now. And Steezy will go down. So this is Big Dick Energy's chance. This is their chance to try and make Boney jump. Indeed, he will jump. Down to the balcony he goes. He's got his Priest Asmi right with him, but that Palm Pyro Mage deleted from the server right now. Rez should be coming in soon. Boney just trying to kite around as much as he can until Steezy gets the res. Traque has died as well. There's going to be a nice timing on the res timer. There was actually a pretty long res for them, but they managed to shut down the pressure long enough for their Hunter and their Palm Pyro Mage to res. We'll see them set up now
yeah, they're
above
sitting
the
at the
Horde tunnel.
graveyard right now. But it's pretty nice. Like, it's not a very bad position considering they have the flare and their whole defense alive.
You guys see the star icon right there. That is Perplexity. Keep your eye on him. Widely considered to be one of the best rogues in Vanilla WoW. And it's difficult in Warsong Gulch for a rogue to actually connect on the druid. It's actually, I believe, one of the more difficult classes to play effectively in a Warsong Gulch environment, just because there are so many flares, so much AoE looking for you all the time. The enemy team is constantly communicating, trying to guess where your position is and AoE you out. And also, if you do manage to connect, that druid, of course, has Trinket for stun. He has Living Action Potion. He's got Abolish Poison for your blind. He can pop a FAP, Skull of Impending Doom for your blind and gouge, or Sap if he's in caster form. There are just so many things that the druid can do and so many ways that his team can protect him from a rogue, and that is usually one of the top priorities. We see Perp actually leave stealth now. He wants to have some speed. It looks like he might have a play in mind here.
Yeah, and on the other side, Traque just taking care of the Warlock alone himself. That's a situation that Alliance wants to avoid at all costs. Like, you need to keep your Warlock alive and with your team.
So here we see Steezy trapped down here in the flag room. Perplexity's going to get the sap on him. And this is what I was talking about when one of their main objectives is going to be killing Steezy because he does not have the ice block and the ice barrier. Oh, and look at this. Boney could actually be in some trouble here. Tribe has connected on him. The Paladin is here to heal as well, and Perplexity should be opening at any moment. Steezy sitting in a full fear. Boney going very, very low. His health starting to rubber band. He's okay for now. Steezy with a big sheep onto the warrior Tribe. Boney does manage to escape for the time being. Still some pressure on him, no doubt. Goth is outside at the ramp waiting for him.
Yeah, Perp
Boney
still
trying to put the
chasing
moves on him. Yeah,
Boney.
Perplexity is after him, though. Perplexity's right behind him. A nice rank 1 Frostbolt onto Perplexity there. But it looks like
The
did
flash
he land a
bomb.
blind or did Boney's boots break? Oh, the flash bomb. The flash bomb comes out. Absolutely beautifully played by Perp, but he goes down. Boney still with so
Tribe
much pressure on him,
intercept.
though.
That's still
Yeah, big intercept. If Goth is here to put some damage as well, Boney could be going down, but look at the timing on the Frost Trap from Traque. Beautiful stuff there. Very effective heals in a situation where Boney down.
coil on Bonnie right now.
But now
He's
we'll
gonna
see
sit
the
on the
true
second
power.
floor.
Yeah, we'll see the true power of this space above the Horde fence. Of course, Boney able to hop from one level of this fence to the next. Extremely but to be pixel perfect, or you'll just slide right down the
Oh,
side.
try
Tribe hitting the jump
Bonnie now.
himself, connecting on Boney.
Golem as well, fully dispelled.
Boney
Bonnie
with
is doing the
another
trick jump,
tricky jump.
juking
Yeah, that's one of the
everybody.
trickiest
Never mind,
ones.
he fell down.
He
He's
does hop
booting out the
down.
tunnel
Oh
now.
my goodness. Meanwhile, Storm has gone down. Boney, his team has
Bonnie
called for
here,
him to go for the cap. Can Big Dick Energy get a repick here,
he
or will they
might
cap the
die.
first flag of the series?
And we get the soulstone? Nah,
Oh, and
never
he does
mind.
go
Too late.
down. So both flag carriers dying. Cadet, this is going to be one hell of a game. We are 20 minutes
Yeah.
in and no flags capped just yet. These teams very evenly matched. All of these guys really came to play today.
I can't wait to see the 4-6 special tactic of Traque KEBAP. Pretty sure it's gonna happen at some point. And that's when the game is gonna like gamble a little bit, you know. They're gonna speed the game up, either win or lose, but get some caps, get some kills. Sorry.
Indeed, both flags picked once again as we reset things here. Both teams taking a deep breath, settling in for what is sure to be a long series.
Stormex getting caught in mid. He's gonna die. Sulpan Sam killed him right now. Alliance could be slightly behind. They got the flag on Tribe at the moment. He's sitting very safe though. He's got his paladins and his priest and warlock and stuff with him.
So we're likely going to see a bit of a skirmish for mid control here. Meanwhile, the flag in the hands of the warlock here.
Yeah, that's interesting. I
Or
think
no,
it's
Genova, sorry. Passing it now to Genova.
Bonnie got the flag. Now
Yeah.
they probably gonna try connect on Tribe actually. They should. Let's see what's going on now. I think the BVE is gonna just 10-man escort the flag. Just make sure it's safe because it's
Definitely the smart move in this situation. Keep all of your players, or at least most of them, with your flag carrier. A lot of times, what you'll see less experienced teams do is kind of tunnel vision that enemy druid, be a little bit too determined to kill him too early, neglect their own flag carrier, and all it takes is
Soulfire on Drive. Maybe it's gonna land probably. Never mind.
Soulfire casts, of course, a huge part of the game. One of the biggest direct damage spells that exists in vanilla WoW. If Soulfires
They're
manage
all
to go off
connecting on
without being
Tribe though.
interrupted, it can be deadly. Yeah, Tribe might be in a little bit of trouble here. This is not a
No
great
freedom.
situation to have the flag
Yeah,
in the
but
hands of a warrior. You can see he wants to pass it to Storm X, but it's just not quite safe to do so yet. Too many enemy players in the area. Kron will blink up. He's managing to stay right on top of Tribe, chugging away at the potions. Tribe will live for now. It looks like Storm X has gotten through barely as well. He almost died there. He is
yeah, Tribe
completely
with the defensive stance, just tanking all the damage, not even getting down to like 40% HP.
Yeah, so things getting very dicey for Big Dick Energy there. Meanwhile, Boney was able to grab that flag in mid and make a clean escape. Big Dick Energy did not have the opportunity to make a clean flag pass. Storm X almost going down before that flag pass could happen. That would have been an absolute disaster for them, but they managed to get it, and we'll see them set up. Let's take a look, Reyes, at this Alliance Banana now and see how this Frog Kebab House offense is doing at utilizing that power of that horde side, utilizing that shaman. We've seen them make Storm X jump a few times. Only one EFC kill for each team so far, neither resulting in a cap. Of course, they came about 10 seconds apart.
Yeah,
22 minutes, 0-0.
If you can check the scoreboard, there's like pretty much Alliance defense getting a lot of those kills, most likely.
Yeah, we've got Funeral sitting at 5-0, Voika at 5-1. Usually in these long drawn out games, you see mages and hunters at the top of that scoreboard. Of course, it can be very frustrating to play offense in these long games, and tilt definitely becomes a big factor. When you've spent 45 minutes or even more than an hour just trying to fight your way up that banana and being wiped by hunters and mages repeatedly, it can get very, very frustrating. And like we've mentioned, this is looking like it's going to be a long series. This is a best of 5 series for our grand final here. So 3 map wins are needed, a total of 9 flag caps needed to claim that trophy, claim that cash prize. It's going to be a long one, and these offenses need to stay patient. Time after time, you pop the FAPs, you try to get up banana, the FAPs get dispelled, and Hunter and Mage damage and CC just shreds you. It can be exceedingly frustrating. So we'll see which team has the mental fortitude to grind through these games and keep their offense on the same page and clear headed.
Yeah. At the moment, looks like Alliance team is getting ready to buff up. Yolam just getting his mana back at the moment. Looks like they are equipping rocket boots right now, Alliance. We can expect a fast push with free action potions and stuff, like big cooldowns, rocket helmets, nets, stuff like that. Like, it's super strong when you are able to either rocket helmet or net the priest on offense. So you can just like push through and get a chance on killing EFC.
Yeah, that Gnomish engineering net, one of the strangest items in the game. It has a very high backfire rate. It can be blinked out of by mages and it can be escaped by gnomes using their racial. But if you manage to land it on a priest, priests are typically going to be undead or dwarf and not have any way of getting out of that net because it is classified as a physical root. It cannot be dispelled. So the net can be deadly. Sam with a huge sap onto Halfiel gets the blind onto Storm X. His skull is up. So escape, but a lot of pressure as the shaman still with the FAP up. Voika here to try and peel that shaman, but there's not a ton he can do with that free action potion being up. Storm X going to jump all the way down now and just make his way back up tunnel. This is a bit of a risky move. We'll see if the Horde team is overcommitted to chasing him. It looks like that will be the case. His teammates Kron and Halfiel waiting for him in the tunnel, and he'll make a safe escape. Storm X putting the moves on him, Cadet.
Yeah, and I'd like to mention somebody mentioned in chat as well. Somebody, I think it's UHD.
Say that
Alliance is
again.
pushing.
Your voice lagged just a bit. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, Dark Iron Pulverizer. It's 8 seconds turn Mason proc. It's pretty sick if it gets a proc on EFC. Could
And we're seeing the
definitely.
Paladin switch to that, right?
Yeah.
Interesting tactics. These teams pulling out all the stops.
Bonnie
Boney hops
jump, his
down.
foot
Perplexity's on
broke,
him.
foiled.
Oh, this could be bad.
This
Perplexity's
could be
rocket helm.
bad.
Oh, and the title charm comes in. This is looking like a kill. Boney's team trying to heal him the best they can. He does manage to escape for now, but he still has so much pressure on him. So much pressure. Boney,
Super
his health
low.
rubber banding like crazy. He's got the warrior and the rogue on him. Looks like
Title
Tribe's
charm,
broke
10%
there.
HP. Execute, come on. It's literally barely surviving.
And
The
Boney
graveyard is
somehow
gonna
doesn't
come
go
up in a
down.
second.
Oh, the res timer. Oh my god, his team reses at the perfect moment. Such a lucky res timer for them. You know that has to be so frustrating for Big Dick Energy. I'm sure that the calls were being made in their voice comms to go to the cap
Yeah.
spot. They were so sure that Boney was going to go down there. They did everything right, but his team just resurrected at the last second, and Big Dick Energy will be wiped up after a very, very close kill.
Yeah, that's a common mistake that from communication between offense and defense teams. Like when your defense wipes out the enemy offense, you need to call it out in your communications because that that which just happened right now could happen anytime. Like just wipe the enemy offense and then the enemy offense just rests and helps the enemy defense and prevents a flag cap. Like it could have just happened if they didn't rest.
Yeah, that's exactly what we saw happen there. So a lot of times when you're defending, it can be more effective to kite around and try to leave enemy offense players alive at low HP rather than kill them, because as soon as you kill them, they are going to res at that graveyard and be able to help their own flag carrier in a situation exactly like what we just saw.
The best way to prevent those kind of situation is like time the graveyard resurrection. Like just kill them, try to kill one by one or like on a pairs maybe, but not kill them all at once because they will just rest and like help clean. Also, I wanted to mention like very bad luck from Bonnie. He like broke. I think he broke 3 boots already.
Yeah, unlucky. So the rocket boots, of course, both the gnomish and the goblin rocket boots have an RNG chance to randomly break and cause you to be disoriented for 4 to 5 seconds. Can
And
be
there's no
very
way to get
frustrating.
out from there.
There is no way. Mages can ice block it. I believe paladins can bubble it, but druids have no way of dealing with it. And sometimes that alone can get you killed. Happened to Boney in a very rough spot there. I believe it happened to Tribe as well.
Yeah, it's kind of common. Like when 5 people rocket boots, at least 2 will just break the boots instantly. It's just the RNG.
Oh man, we're in for a long affair.
Yeah.
29 minutes into the game, no flags capped just yet. These teams so evenly matched, playing so hard. We're
I also
seeing
like to mention both defense teams are rotating battle standards, so they get the 15% HP. That's very smart. Offense definitely should use banners as well, so they can just like survive more on the push. Looks like Horde defense is going on Perp. Perp is trying to push up, but Steezy just got nuked, so Bonnie will have to jump anytime.
Yeah, that Palm Pyro Mage, like we mentioned, it's so much damage, but looks like Big Dick Energy has decided the best way of dealing with him is just to kill him.
Yeah, it's like
Such has died as well, so he'll be resurrecting momentarily.
Bomb Pyro Mage is like a double-edged sword. It can really benefit your team, but if you don't have those cooldowns or if you get caught, it's like you're kind of useless. But on the other side, you can just like one-shot enemy flag carrier, one-shot the target you are killing on defense. So it kind of immediately takes the pressure away.
Meanwhile, at the Alliance base, Storm continuing to put the jukes on him. Once again, hopping down, making his way up tunnel. He's doing a great job of being elusive, but now he's ran right into Zulp. A well-timed sheep there will prevent Zulp from connecting. The rocket helm comes out. It's dispelled immediately, though. Oh, but here comes the FAP from Zulp. They're going to need to keep him sheeped here. He's being dispelled. Storm X not losing much HP just yet, but definitely under some pressure. Oh, and a big lightning bolt comes in, and a huge rocket helm on the Howfield. He doesn't have a pod up. That's going to be Storm X going down. Can Boney get to the cat?
Looks like he's trying. He's like using skull, and looks like it's almost free to like just go cap at the
I don't
moment.
think there's anyone in position to repick.
It
Ladies
could
and
be the
gentlemen,
1-0.
Frog Kebab House with the first cap of the series, taking a 1-0 lead on this powerful Horde side. You saw right there at the Alliance Banana how much power that Shaman and Warrior with Wind Fury combo can produce. Storm X looked like he was absolutely fine, and he just got 100 to 0'd in the space of 2 or 3 global cooldowns.
Yeah, Perplexity was almost getting to pick the flag though. Like he was like 1 second or 2 seconds away from picking the. Pretty sure he had like blind on cooldown or something. But he was definitely almost repicking the flag before the cap. Anyways, looks like Tribe got the flag now on Alliance side. It's pretty safe to pick with the Warrior. Better than the Rogue, but Steezy is waiting outside.
Tribe with the sword and board in hand.
But yeah, Alliance
Gonna
just got the
attempt.
Paladins and the Priests.
Yeah.
No
So,
way.
of course, we know druids are by far the best flag carriers. We know that mages are very good for escaping from the flag room itself with a lot of tools to deal with those situations. But in these situations where you need to get the flag across mid and your druid is dead, a warrior just being spam healed is oftentimes the best bet. We see Perplexity here, Storm X in stealth as well, ready to grab that flag. We should see a pass
Sam
come
is
in.
trying to get the flag as well on the
Yeah, and they're
repeat.
very aware. Oh, and Sam gets caught there. So what Sam was trying to do there is wait for the
Most
flag
fire on
pass.
Tribe.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of
Big
damage. He's going to
damage
be
on Tribe
healed up
now.
for now. A nice trap onto the rogue, but Zulp still on Tribe. And we're going to once again see a situation where it's just not safe for Tribe to pass this flag. They were very aware of the fact that there could have been a rogue in stealth nearby to try and ninja return on that flag pass. That was indeed the case. But now we should see the pass come out.
Yeah,
We will
again,
indeed.
big dick energy, just like doing the 10 mana escort. Not gambling at all, like just playing it super safe. They know the horde burst potential on a flag carry, even if it's a warrior in death stance, they can just kill it if they land all the spells at once.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Boney safely at the Horde base, making his way up to roof. This Horde defense getting ready to set up. Both flag carriers safe once again. Frog Kebab House with a 1-0 lead after 33 minutes here in map number 1.
Yeah, it only took 30 minutes to get a cap on this game. We're here for a long series, guys. Yeah, we got the flares up, Funeral resurrecting his pet. Kind of annoying with his spec to rest his pet. Like his mana just like goes down the drain. So like 10-second cast. He needs to like rest his pet, heal his pet, and yeah, it takes a lot of time to recover from that. And
Yeah,
it's
a
so
lot of
weird to
time
kill the pet.
and mana. Indeed. Of course, we know rebuffing on the banana can be a bit risky. A lot of times you would like to be able to cast that Arcane Brilliance, give out some trash buffs, just have as many buffs on yourselves as possible when you're setting up your defense. But if, especially as a mage, you mentioned the mana problems with a hunter when resurrecting the pet. As a mage, if you throw too many buffs out and the enemy offense decides to push while you're at 40-50% mana, you can find yourself in trouble. But it looks
Yeah,
like both sides will be given the space and the time to set up. We'll see the flares at the bottom bananas.
looks like Frog Kebab are equipping rocket boots once again. We're gonna be ready for like free action potion push, like super fast push, very aggressive.
Indeed. Meanwhile, Big Dick Energy is in the midst of attempting a push. Tribe up at the front, but he's going quite a while without heals. I believe his healers were taken out before him. Steezy goes down, but Tribe does as well. Traque with a big trap onto the Paladin there. Yolam trying to dispel it. Too many buffs, though. Will manage to get it this time. And so the Priest and the Paladin will escape, which is pretty typical when a push fails for the Alliance offense. Usually the Priest and Paladin able
Yeah,
to
Horde,
survive.
Horde use free action potion and boots already, but it doesn't look like they're gonna be nearly close to catch EFC. We got Goth defending a little bit. You guys to relieve the pressure that they are putting right now.
Yeah, Stormax making his way safely up the tunnel, back to the roof, back to the setup on defense. You can see Big Dick Energy trying to really take a deep breath after allowing that first cap. They're confident in their ability.
And just Frog Kebab just sitting, chilling in Big Dick Energy's ramp at the moment, but looks like Big Dick Energies doesn't care. They just gonna go and yeah, just never mind. Looked like they were trying to kill Sush, but Sush just like
They
ran away. Never
Well, they've
mind.
managed
Tribe
to
is
kill
like
Voika. They've
bloodthirsty.
managed to kill Voika in the Alliance flag room, so it can be very effective when you manage to get a kill on one of those mages. It's extraordinarily difficult for them to get back to roof where their defense is set up. So we see now Voika on the res timer. Let's see if Frog Kebab House decides to make a push while they only have one mage to deal with here.
Yeah, the Frost Kebab tactic, they usually do like slow push until they get some kill or some sort of cooldowns of the enemy, and then they are ready to put free action potions and rocket boots just to chase EFC when the mage is dead or hunter is dead.
Yeah, that slow push tactic has become increasingly common in the meta, and that's a little bit more of a recent development in the meta. Yes, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, the Warsong Gulch meta is still changing, even in this 15-year-old game. You know, within a few years ago, it was much more common to see everyone just kind of blow their faps right away and try to charge up that banana and just overwhelm the enemy defense. But these days, the dispels on the faps are so quick and players are so good at dealing with fapped players. A lot of times you see more of a slow push. However, this time Demeter has managed to get all the way through. He has so much pressure. The purge is coming out onto Storm X. He does have Halfeel here, a big fear onto Samuel, but he's got Will of the Forsaken ready for that. Fap comes out from Storm X, and it will be dispelled quickly, but he's got that Furbolg medicine pouch up. He will escape for now, but we talked about this Alliance fence. We talked about what can happen when a shaman is allowed to cast through it.
Yeah,
Samyo
that
having trouble connecting,
those.
though, and he'll go down. So a nice kill onto the rogue there by Big Dick Energy. Storm X has already jumped back into the tunnel. Frog Kebab House, they seem to be ready for exactly what Storm X is doing.
On the other side, we see Alliance just trying to reset the fight, while Frog KEBAP is not even letting them reset the fight. They're probably gonna even try to push them in tunnel if they are not careful. They're buffing very, very far behind in tunnel just to prevent that situation.
So we saw what happened the one time that Tribe, Perplexity, and Goth did manage to connect on Boney, or the two times rather. The first time they were able to score the kill, not able to cap the flag because Storm X had gone down himself, and the second time just coming so close. Boney rubber banding, going down to about 200 or 300 HP at one point, but his team res right on top of him. So Big Dick
Kind of
Energy,
unlucky about the rocket boots breaking, like on the worst timing. But it is what
yeah,
it is. When you put rocket boots on and you use them, you know that there's a chance it will fail. You need to like consider an option.
yeah, and of course this is something that normally is communicated.
Yeah, the team needs to play around it as well. Like if the boots of your druid break, you need to like blow cooldowns and like make sure he's. Looks like Alliance is trying to push down. Tribe getting shipped and fully dispelled. Running into landmines, that's bad. Yet still make they make it to roof onto Bonnie. Bonnie's not deciding to jump, getting coiled, trying to fake the jump. Nobody gets faked. Looks like
Yeah,
Bonnie's in serious trouble right now.
he's in deep trouble. He's probably going to need to jump soon, but the intercept stun
Intercept
comes in from Tribe.
coming,
There's the death coil.
Sappers,
Boney's
Bonnie
going to go
dead.
down. Trying to fake jump,
And the 1-1
underestimating his
comes.
opponents there. Nobody got faked out. Of course, a common tactic from the Druid we see is to run right up to the edge of that roof and then juke back. A lot of times you can force players to jump down without while you yourself, the Druid, remain on roof. Boney going for it there, but nobody on the Big Dick Energy side falling for the fake jump. And it really bit Boney in the butt because he found himself with all of that pressure on him at roof. The intercept stun into the death coil is just too much. Big Dick Energy
Yeah,
tie things up at
looks
1-0. So we talked about how we know this is a team that can make adjustments on the fly. Big Dick Energy is one of the only teams that has really adjusted their approach to each matchup that they've faced in this tournament. We see them making some adjustments there, securing a kill and tying up this game.
yeah. Meanwhile, we see Bonnie just picking up the flag, isolating himself from the team, but doesn't look like he will need any help. Even though I can't really find Perplexity, he could like just solo Bonnie right now if he has cooldowns up. And there it is. Like Goth is gonna connect and Bonnie saving
Yeah.
Perplexity, and Bonnie only got a mage with him, so that's bad.
Yeah,
That's really really
this
bad.
this Perplexity in a perfect position. The Rocket Helm comes onto the Priest, but Perplexity's ready to open here. Does get bashed. Boney only with Genova Hero here with him.
Asmi
Ask me
getting
now
blind
as
there.
well. He doesn't now. Should be able to escape. Ask me getting into position at the perfect time. Oh my
Oh, on the
goodness.
other side, they
Meanwhile,
just have
Tribe has
turn
gone
flag.
down with that Alliance flag. They passed it to Storm X, and it looks like he just got zerged down. Boney could be getting another cap here.
Yeah, looks like that's another common mistake, like tunneling into the EFC when your flag is not safe at all. Horde
Yeah.
has the upper hand on this kind of situation because of the Shaman like burst potential compared to the Paladin like defensive
So
cooldowns.
we talked about that being a common mistake, and here you saw as Boney deposits the flag, our score moves to 2-1. Here you saw a great example of what we talked about earlier. They had so many players committed to go try to kill Boney. They were so sure that they could get the kill in mid there that they just didn't have enough peeling their own flag carrier. And Storm X actually went down in mid. It's pretty rare that you see Druid flag carriers be killed in the mid because they have so much space to kite with. A lot of times when you see the Druids go down, it's going to be in the base, it's going to be around the tunnel area where they don't have as much space to work with. But when your peelers overcommit to going for a kill and you just don't have as much assistance as you need on yourself as the Druid, that's what can happen. Storm X being taken out in mid,
Yeah,
and
it
Frog
looked
Kebab
very
House,
good.
they answer right back after that flag cap by Big Dick Energy. Our score 2-1 now. Both
They're
flags
recovering
safe
the
in the
flag as well.
bases. Both teams trying to reset and get control. That was a very fast cap by Frog Kebab House.
The catch on Bonnie was very good, except by the fact that they couldn't see Asmi at all. Like they only got the blind, but Genova was like very fast with the poison dispel. So yeah, like if Asmi got CC'd completely there, they could have killed Bonnie easily.
Colas passing the flag to Boney. Meanwhile, the Horde, or Alliance side rather, Big Dick Energy looking for a flag pick. They have most of their team in the Horde base now. They're trying to just clear out that Horde tunnel, and it looks like they will once again full escort
Yeah, they are
Storm X.
trying to
That's what,
train it, but there's a heavy defense from the Rocky Kebab House. Even the warrior is there,
yeah,
so it's gonna be
Traque and
trouble for
Sush.
them.
Traque and Sush, an amazing hunter and an amazing warlock. Two of the strongest classes for defending
Soul
that flag
Fire as
room.
well. That's
Look at
so
this.
bad.
Zulp is
Dude
here
is
as
dead.
well,
Oh
and
my god.
Storm-X goes down. This could be a lot of trouble for
Wicked
Big Dick
dying
Energy
as
right
well.
now. Boney has already crossed the majority of the map here, and he has absolutely zero pressure on him.
Yeah. Alliance will not be able to get the flag out at this time. They tried to zerg, but the defense from Horde, they were super heavy on defense, like Warrior, Warlock, Hunt,
Yeah, and
so
there's
much
just so much
damage.
defense. This is going to be the game right here. Ladies and gentlemen, Frog Kebab House. Frog Kebab House with the 3-1 victory in 45 minutes over Big Dick Energy in map number 1. That was an unbelievable map 1.
Yeah,
The
looks like we
power of the
finally got
Horde
the frames
side.
fixed.
Yes,
Give
we
me a
do
sec,
have the UI
cameraman.
for you guys. Even do quick caster. So yes, we did manage to get the UI fixed. Guys, I cannot stress enough how tedious the whole spectating process is. It's I've said it's a 15-year-old game. These spectator tools are not. I was running it myself, but he stepped in here in the final week to run it, and I can tell you that it's quite tedious. You're basically running 5 different WoW clients. There are a lot of issues with OBS knowing sort of what to put where. Fixed for you guys now. How about that map 1 cadet?
Yeah, I would say like Big Dick Energy should just like play it more safe. Like I mean, if you're playing Alliance, you need to play it safe when crossing the flag in mid. What was definitely a big mistake on the first place. Like you just need to like do what just they did on the first two caps when they just do 10 mana, score the flag, and just protect it. Not let the enemy shaman cast, not let enemy warlock cast, not let enemy warrior come in and just like chop you down with a wind fury and Bone River's Edge. And that's pretty much what you need to do. On the other side, they almost get the kill on Bonnie as well, like trying to trade the flags in mid, but it's pretty much gambling at this side when they know they don't have the upper hand as Alliance. So
Yeah. So both of these teams, interestingly enough, in the final, I can tell you that they very much prefer playing on the Horde side. The reason being that incredible burst potential that you have when you line up the damage of the shaman with the Wind Fury warrior. Faps are popped. It's extremely difficult to stop. So I'm very interested to see if Big Dick Energy can bounce back in map number 2 on the Horde side, where they are, I believe, more comfortable. Their tactic on defense in that map was obviously not to really try to kill the enemy offense, but more to just kite around the base and stay alive and not put those guys on the graveyard on the enemy res timer. So we'll be back with map number 2 very soon. We're going to take a really quick break while the players switch teams. We get all the macros and everything set up. But map 1, going the way of Frog Kebab House, I think unexpected for a lot of people. A 3-1 victory in 45 minutes. Can Big Dick Energy, the favorites, bounce back in map number 2 of this best of 5 series? We will find out coming right up, guys. Map number 2, starting any minute now. Big Dick Energy versus Frog Kebab House. This is the grand finals of the Classic Cup, the first ever Vanilla Warsong Gulch cash prize tournament. So in map number 1, we had Big Dick Energy on the Alliance side, Frog Kebab House on the Horde side, and Frog Kebab House really showed us the power of that Horde side when it comes to offensive pressure, damage, and blowing up a flag carrier. Boney made some really nice plays to stay alive, and they were able to take map 1 by the score of 3-1. So now we'll see if Big Dick Energy can bounce back. They're on the Horde side themselves now, and they'll be looking to get mid control early on here using that raw damage. Sheep coming in onto track early here.
Yeah, looks like both teams are playing standard setups at the moment. So yeah, we got like pretty much the double mage, hunter, rogue stuff like with warrior and stuff. We will see probably in some other games change on the setups, like probably no paladin and stuff like that. But at the moment, yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty standard playing it safe.
indeed. At the moment, as Cadet has said, what you see in both sets of raid frames is pretty much the standard Warsong Gulch setup. 2 mages, 2 priests, 1 of each other class. Kron's having to blink back into his team there, almost getting caught out. Still no kills in mid just yet. As the flag picks come in from the Druids, you guys can see the point of view of the Alliance Druid up in the top left corner of your screen, right above the Alliance raid frames, and in the top right, you see the Horde Druid point of view, Mr. Storm X.
And Bad just called the rocket helm from Storm. The Storm blinded with no skull up. Flashbomb comes onto Storm, less than half HP. Storm trinkets that flashbomb, kidney shot on Storm, no trinket now, he's gonna probably die. And indeed he's dead.
Yeah, well played by Sam on the rogue there under the name of Bad. Like Cadet mentioned, the rocket helm came out from Storm, usually a guaranteed way to escape the flag room, but if you can react to that rocket helm or predict it and pop that Skull of Impending Doom, it will break it, and that's exactly what we saw Sam do there. Well played
Looks
by
like
him. And so once again, an early advantage here for the Frog Kebab House. Boney has
running
crossed
across
safely.
mid.
Yeah, Boney
Not
is
yet though. Only
not
drive on
quite.
him, but his boots broke. He's gonna get shipped now. Don't think they can connect. They need to play. They need to pick the flag and score it. Look at that
Yeah,
infernal on the tunnel.
yeah. So Boney is through the Infernal in the tunnel, something we have not seen yet. This is getting dicey already for Big Dick Energy.
How Phil
Flag has
picking the
been
flag,
picked. Yeah, they need to
getting
mirror that
nectar
out.
now. Frog Kebab putting a lot of resources on defense right now. Looks like Hofil is getting very, very low right now. It's a priest carrying flag.
Yeah, it's not what you want to see. Desperate times
Storm
call for
getting
desperate
fear.
measures.
They need to swap the flag ASAP.
Yeah, desperately need to swap this flag. Halfield's still with the flag in his hands. Somehow, he's managing to escape. But he's got Colas here to dispel him now. This is a very, very dicey situation for Big Dick Energy. Like Cadet
He don't
mentioned,
just
there
swap.
we go. The flag pass does come in. We'll see if Storm-X can safely cross. He is under pressure, and his
Big
mana
Slam
is
got the
already...
intercept, but he just was alone and just died. Could have been good if he got like some teammates there. But yeah, looks like we're gonna see another offense defense stuff.
Yeah,
Let's
big
see.
plays by Halfield there to manage to get that flag pick in a desperate moment for Big Dick Energy. Managed to stay alive somehow on that Alliance ramp and make the pass to Storm-X once it is safe. Both flag carriers safe, and our
Alliance is
first
gonna get
stalemate
the
of
upper
map
hand
2.
though. They're gonna catch Kron in tunnel right now. So yeah, if Kron dies, Alliance will definitely have upper hand there. Yeah, Kron is dead now. So Alliance is gonna be defending with 4. It's probably gonna be potential return flag from Frog KEBAP.
Yeah, Storm-X is only going to have one mage here on the banana with him initially. We'll see if Frog Kebab House can get set up on offense fast enough
Yeah,
before Kron reses. Looks like they are in position here.
Big
Frog
Dick
Kebab
Energy is gonna
House.
defend with Warrior and Goth as well. They need to play it safe, definitely.
Yeah, they absolutely need to wipe this offensive push. They have gotten the res just in time to come in from the back here on Banana and try and shut down this pressure. Storm-X is going to go ahead and do the early jump, though. And Zolp is on him. They're pretty much in a one-on-one now. Oh, and Sam is there as well with perfect timing on the opener. Storm-X doesn't look like he has anything for this kidney shot. His health starting to go very, very low. Rocket Helms will come out defensively, but Storm-X goes down. The repick from Voika. He's going to get death coiled there. Blink as well. If he has an ice block here, he could survive, but without ice block, it's going to be very tough for him. A lot of dots on him.
With the 6 scatter shot on Big Slam when he was about to intercept here.
Yeah, indeed. So Voika, you saw him have to ice block those dots off or he was going to go down, but it looks like he has saved the day. He'll be able to give the flag back to Storm-X. That was almost an early cap for Frog Kebab House. Well played by Voika, saving the day with the clutch repick.
Yeah, Voika with a Serbian ping, picking the flag. Very nice indeed. Looks like Horde is gonna clean the house now. Get a good reset. Make sure like they're on the same position, like on a same point, like on a safe position. But yeah, looks like Horde. Yeah, just both factions just rest again. I wanna try to put up some buffs, probably equip some rocket boots. And again, we see the flags and the goblin landmines just dropping.
Indeed, the defense is setting up after a close call there. Voika saves the day and now buffs up. Needs to drink. Could get a little rough for Voika here because it looks like they are ready to push this Alliance team, and Voika has very little mana to work with at the moment. Kron is almost as well, so this could get dicey if they decide to push right here. Both the mages on low mana. Zolp already up on the roof.
They have to jump.
They have to jump right away here. Those mages just don't have the mana to peel. We talked earlier about the risks of full buffing on defense, and you see it play out right there. They have to abandon their setup immediately because the two main peelers, Kron and Voika, were both out of mana when that Alliance side decided to push. So Storm-X positioning himself at the Horde fence now. We've talked about what a powerful position this is.
Yeah, they pretty much made Storm-X jump without using any cooldown. That's very in favor of the Alliance side right now. There's no flare on Storm-X, bad connecting on Storm-X, Gouts coming out.
Oh, that was a Soulfire as well, I think.
Soulfire from the downtown, from
Soulfire from downtown onto Storm. He's under a lot of pressure now. Pops the rocket boots. His health getting very, very low. If those boots break, he could be dead here. Looks like he's okay for the time being, kiting towards the BG entrance.
He's playing it safe behind the entrance of the battleground. But he's gonna get
Oh,
coiled
he's
right
just been coiled, and
now,
Zulp is about to
out of
connect. The
form.
Warlock was in a
Intercept,
perfect position there.
Sapper coming out, just getting healed right now.
Stormax
Title
in a lot of
Charm,
trouble. Title Charm does
fully
get
got.
dispelled quickly. He's being spam healed by his healers, healed by his mages. Just escape that situation, but still just under so much dots on him. Dots, of course, very difficult for a druid to deal with. He can remove curses, but he cannot dispel magic.
He's gonna get out
Seems he'll be safe
safely.
for now.
Yeah, they
What?
definitely
What?
need to watch out for Sush coming from down the graveyard, getting free
Yeah,
cast
that was
from Storm.
incredible positioning. That was my Sush there. He was so ready for exactly the spot Storm X was going to kite to, and that Death Coil almost got them the kill. Of course, we know the Death Coil, there are really no ways out of that without dispels. And if you manage to connect your warrior while that druid is Death Coiled, it's very difficult for him to survive. Storm X narrowly escaping there.
Yeah, looks like a Horde offense is getting wiped right now. They are controlling Yolam, trying to get separate resurrection timers and just delaying the Horde offense a lot.
Yeah, the Horde offense of big energy, they had a good push going there. Actually, resultant able to escape with the fortunate Death Coil resist. Goth now grabbing the Berserking buff and heading back to set up with his offense once more.
Oh, what? Looks like Alliance just killed Stormex while we were talking about,
Yeah, Stormex
and
going
that's a
down in
cap.
the midst of that team fight, and it will be a cap for big. Oh no, a cap for Frog Kebab House rather. So after taking map 1, they have a 1-0 lead, 12 minutes here into map 2. This is a best of 5 series. 3 map victories are required to claim victory. But
Yeah,
Frog Kebab House, I think, surprising a lot of people right now. We knew that they were a very capable roster, but they are laying the smackdown on Big Dick Energy. A 13-minute cap is a much faster cap than we saw in map 1. They're showing you that they can play both factions effectively, having really no trouble getting that kill onto Storm X, even as the Alliance side.
yeah, they got a clean repick as well, so that's also a big upper hand for Alliance right now.
Yeah, able to immediately repick the flag. They have all of the tempo on their side right now.
Frog Kebab is like heavily defending right now as well. Like there's no horde near the base whatsoever of the Alliance.
So
So
what we see now is Zulp with the flag in his hands on the warrior, trying to wait for his druid to get into position. We see Big Dick Energy positioned in mid. So the reason Zulp is just staying at the enemy base with the flag right here is because it's simply not safe to attempt to cross here. Much too risky with Big Dick Energy having so much mid controls. We see them continuing to skirmish for that mid control.
yeah, they need
Perplexity,
to pick the
Funeral, and
flag though.
Goth. They do need to pick the flag. We'll see what type of decision Frog Kebab House makes in terms of trying to get this one across. They have managed to pass it to Boney, and he's beginning to cross now. But like we mentioned before, all the tempo right now on the side of Frog Kebab House. Boney is already halfway across mid. Let's see if he can survive this mid push here. Meanwhile, in the Alliance base, we see Storm X trying to escape. Heavy
Picking with
defense, though,
Mage and
from
Priest
Frog Kebab House. Indeed, yeah, this
should be safe.
Sam on the Rogue still right behind him. The flash bomb comes
Flash
out.
bomb coming out.
Flash bomb's, of course, a consumable that allows you to fear a beast. It works on
Yeah.
druids if they are in form, bear form, or travel form. It's a very effective technique for
The Rocket
CCing
Helm on
druids.
Stormex. What is how feel?
Yeah, need a priest here to dispel this. Fortunately, it will break. He'll be scattershotted right away, though. Storm X far from safe. He has both mages here to peel him, though. Should be okay.
Oh, they're gonna connect on Stormex right now. Big Slam coming on the ramp with Sam Pula and Asby Collies. There's a lot of pressure right now in Alliance.
Storm X, he's going to commit to the cross right here. Oh, Kron's boots breaking at a very, very inopportune time. So Storm X now has there are no mages with him to peel. He's going to get the feral charge onto Steezy.
Yeah,
That Pong Pyro
Stormex
damage
completely
so
juked them
dangerous.
out, changing side.
Yeah. Well played by Storm X there to cross through mid. That's much more difficult than it looks like. And he'll be okay for now. The question is, can his defense get set up before Frog Kebab House makes their push? Frog Kebab House is just playing so aggressively, even on the Alliance side, just playing aggressively and really working the tempo of this game to their advantage right now. I would say Frog Kebab House is firmly in control. Big Dick
Yeah.
Energy definitely sort of looking like they're on the back foot here.
They will probably pick up either Funnel or Buike or even both on the middle right now. So the defense of Big Dick Energy is gonna be gimped again. Yeah, I don't think they're even gonna buff match or drink. Like they're just gonna straight away. Never mind, Funnel and Buike just got an instant rest and they're just coming back.
Res timer working out for the Big Dick Energy side. They will be able to set up their defense at the Alliance Banana. Meanwhile, here at the Horde Banana, we'll see if the offensive Frog Kebab House can make another effective push here.
Big Dick Energy just doing full trash buff. Even the Shaman and Warlock, a lot of dispel protection there. It's very important. Steez is still on defense as well. Like he's playing it safe, I guess, even as Alliance. Looks like big damage going on to Drive right now. He's gonna get healed most likely. I
I
don't
know
see
Tribe is
bubbles
a
though.
I know Tribe is a big fan of the slow push, sort of poking in there. But here
Bonnie
comes the
not
push from Frog Kebab House over at the Horde
Drive on
base.
Bonnie at the moment. Bonnie has to jump. He's super low. He could die. And he definitely
Yeah,
died.
Boney goes down. A very effective push.
On the
Stormax
repeat.
not in position to be able to cap the flag. He was very, very close, about 15 yards away, but he'll be forced to run out to his team's graveyard now. So now the objective for Big Dick Energy becomes to prevent this repicked player from making it out or passing to the Druid.
Yeah,
Stormax
looks like
heading.
Alliance don't care. They just chasing Stormex with the flag. Never mind, they switch now to the Ram to play it safe.
Big Dick Energy definitely cleaning things up there. Flag in the hands of Zolp. Over here at the Horde ramp, we see he's going to go ahead and make his way into mid. Traque is controlling Perplexity right now. You see Perplexity there in the flare.
Yeah, his boots broke and got him out of stealth. That was very unlucky.
Unlucko. Flag pass comes into Boney. He's got it in his hands now on the Druid. And
Yeah,
he'll
but
attempt the
playing
cross
very
here,
in the
but
back.
yeah, well, it's going to be fairly difficult for him to cross here because there's a bit of a battle for mid control going on.
Yeah, but once Tribe dies, all the pressure will be gone and he can just run cross free. Yeah, there it is. Tribe dead. Alliance is like pretty much like 10 versus 3 on mid, so don't think there's gonna be much kill potential there.
UHD is on Boney right now, though, but by himself, it doesn't look like he'll be able to do too much. And Boney will safely cross. So we'll see both flag carriers safe once again. Big Dick Energy doing a good job of recovering there. It almost looked like Frog Kebab House was going to be able to make it 2-0 with a fast cap.
Yeah, but the repick. And now I'm kinda want to see a 6-4 offense from Big Dick Energy with like Hunter in offense probably or a mage in offense. Just apply pressure and like try to turn the things out now.
Indeed, typically what is sort of considered standard meta is the 5-5 setup, 5 players on offense, 5 players on defense. That offense team, of course, being a warrior, a warlock, a shaman, or paladin, a priest, and a rogue. The defense squad, meanwhile, typically is 2 mages, a hunter, a priest, and the druid. So a lot of times teams switch to a 6-4 setup, meaning 6 players on offense, when they're having trouble securing a kill on the EFC. And this is especially effective on the Alliance side when you just don't have quite as much raw damage. On the Alliance side, typically a more drawn out battle is going to favor you a bit more if you can drag things out with
Definitely.
6 offense players.
Not only that, but it also creates a lot of chaos, like making people die left and right. And if the defense is really good, they can really afford it. Like defense, the only
Yeah.
thing you have to do is kite as a six.
So the offensive push coming in from Big Dick Energy now.
Big damage on
Gonna
Steezy.
try
Looks
and
like
force
he's Frost Steezy now, or like Elemental maybe.
Boney's jumped down already. He's headed out towards the graveyard along with Genova Hero. They will manage to pop Perplexity out of stealth, who was lying in wait in the lobby, and he'll be forced to sit a sheep as his FAP ticks away. Out of the sheep now. FAP still up. And this FAP still being up on Perplexity could be a problem, but it looks like he'll be forced to turn around. Doesn't want to go toe-to-toe with Genova.
Yeah, he
Of
had
course,
no
as a rogue,
support.
yeah, of course, as a rogue, you never want to waste those cooldowns in a meaningless situation. Of course, you could have used some cooldowns to maybe win that fight there, but it's just not worth it. Need to save all those cooldowns for the perfect time when you get your opportunity to
On
connect
the
on
other
that
side,
druid.
Storm is just kiting everybody. They can't keep up with this Horde fan. So hard to like connect on EFC as Alliance. And there's that fence, so you can just like make a million jumps.
Yeah, indeed, that horde fence area is just so powerful. Storm-X safely in lobby for the time being. Bad, though, is still alive. And he's managed to get a re-stealth on the balcony. Now they are connecting a bit on Storm-X. The rogue and the warrior connecting. Oh, and Sush is
And
casting.
so she's
This
there.
could get
Soulfire,
difficult for Storm-X.
Fear, Stormex, and Meso with Stormex could be bad for
Yeah,
Alliance.
it could be Voika trying to peel the best he can.
Coil
There's a
Stormex out of
well-timed death
form,
coil, and
NS
that's going to be
Purge,
Storm-X
kidney
going
shot,
down. The perfectly timed death coil from Sush.
yeah, Death Coil right when he NS.
Boney, though, not able to cap safely. The Alliance flag room full of repicking Big Dick Energy players. So once again, we're going to see Frog Kebab House try and prevent the repick players from making it out into mid. But well played by the Frog Kebab House offense there. Sam doing a great job of kidneying at the perfect moment, and then the clutch death coil coming in from Sush. It's that perfect synergy of that rogue and warlock that makes it very difficult for a druid to survive.
Only Tribe and Kron's got the flag there. Like, if there's a bad rest timer for Alliance, they could just clean up and just cap the flag easily.
Yeah, so Tribe and Kron are positioned right now at that Alliance fence. Looks like Tribe is going to go ahead and start to cross towards Storm X.
So she's coming out from the side with Berserk. That's very dangerous.
Yeah, and keep your eye on Bad as well. We know he loves to ninja these flag passes. He's in the perfect position to do it. Can Bad get there? Tribe, he's going to keep the flag for now. Oh, and Bad is just a bit too far back to ninja this pass. It doesn't look like he has a sprint ready. I thought he
Big
was going
Slam
to get it there.
connecting there
Yeah,
and
so
Tribe.
connecting. I don't know why they didn't make the flag pass there. I guess they knew that Sam was lurking close by.
Switch from the side with Berserk still putting elements in Tribe. But I think he's pretty much alone there.
Yeah, Funeral doing a great job of healing.
Storm Max meanwhile just supporting the Tribe, like using Feral Charge on Swish fire spell, so he cannot do that.
So Tribe still with some damage going on to him, but not under nearly enough pressure that there's any chance
Kinda
of him going
corners right
down.
now, like they need to get out of there. They
Yeah,
can't really kite a lot there.
because if they allow Frog Kebab House to really collapse on them, then this situation will change very quickly. Storm X finally will take the flag from Tribe. Charge coming in from Zulp now. Storm X in a fear.
Yeah, but it's only Big Slam and Cole
Yeah,
is
should be fine. He has plenty of
they should
teammates
die
around
there.
him to peel. Only
But
2
Shush
Frog
coming
Kebab
from
House
the side,
players.
he probably can do some damage, but doesn't look like it. It's too
Yeah, they're not
much
going to commit.
help on Storm.
They're not going to commit to trying to kill him here. So Storm X will safely enter the base. Another close call for Big Dick Energy.
But the thing
I
is,
I would say, Cadet, the way that this game is going so far, they are lucky that the score is only 1-0. This could easily be 2-0 right now or even finished. They've had some extremely close calls with some repicks narrowly avoiding caps by the Frog Kebab House side.
The main difference here is like the Alliance offense is not dying at all. Like Frog Kebab Faust, like they have like probably 6 or 7 deaths in total to compared to the Horde offense. They are like dying a lot. So they always have the constant pressure there. Yeah, so right now we are still 1-0 for Frog Kebab House in this game on Flux, and in total of the games is 1-0 by Frog Kebab House. And this play is really like it's like 1,000 euros, right, on the pool price.
750 euros is our
Yes,
full prize pool.
750
Of
for the
course,
winner, right? Or I don't really remember now.
I believe it's winner take all, yeah. So a push coming in now from Big Dick Energy, making their way up the Horde Banana. Frog Kebab House, rather, making their way up the Horde Banana. Storm X will be forced to jump very quickly. He's down in the lobby room right now. Sam on the rogue, having to sit a sheep at the moment. Should mean that Storm X is relatively safe for the time being.
Yeah, they're still closing into Storm though, so that could be. Yeah, Storm
Yeah,
is
the
getting very low.
longer.
Like,
Oh, and he's in a full kidney now. Out of form, I believe.
Rocket
Yeah,
Demon,
shifts
how
back into bear form. That rocket helmet how feels pretty
collecting the
big.
coil there. That was
Yeah.
beautiful by Storm.
Well played by Storm X. Lapping out of that kidney shot, getting into bear form, reflecting the death coil, and escaping. Highlight plays, highlight real material from Storm X on that escape there. He's safe at the Horde fence for now, and his team will begin to try to wipe up this Alliance
Like
offense.
Storm is gonna just go to the roof alone to with.
Yeah, Big Slam was still chasing after him there. Zolp is just insatiable. He is out for blood.
Yeah, but Crunch is there to save him. So yeah, looks like Storm could be pretty much safe there.
Zolp really showing us some fantastic play today on the Warrior. He has been a constant source of pressure on both factions. A lot of times, as a Warrior, you sort of find yourself just being kited and CC'd forever, but Zolp has been a force to be reckoned with, doing a great job of constantly connecting on the Druid. But for now, Storm X will be safe.
Looks like Sush is pushing up the banana, feeding Kron. Storm deciding to stay up at the
Perplexity back on
now.
defense at the Alliance base, trying to wipe up.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the Alliance effects are not dying at all, so there's a lot of pressure. Like at some point, the Horde defense will go and that's where you can have like the kill.
Indeed. Boney out by the Alliance graveyard, safe for the time being. Perplexity and the Big Dick Energy offense trying to score some kills here to be able to establish some pressure on Boney. They have not managed to connect very many times onto him. Definitely, we're seeing more connections from that Alliance offense here in map number 2. Big Dick Energy looking for answers.
Tunnel, Sush is waiting there as well. But yeah, looks like Storm decided to go into ramp. Very wise. It's only Storm and Howfield at the moment, only with Funeral as well. But yeah, they are getting kind of separated unless they can make this tunnel jump.
Yeah, Voika hitting the jump, making his way up to join his team. Kron staying down below for the time being.
Also, important mention to the
It's a
boots
big
in tunnel.
fear. It's a huge fear by Colas there. Got just about everyone with that one.
Yeah,
Zulp
they're
now
connecting
connecting
on
onto
Storm
Storm,
now.
but Tribe is here defending now as well. Having that warrior defend is very nice for wiping out the enemy offense.
USG as well defending. Pretty much they're cleaning house now.
Yep, absolutely. So what you saw there was the Horde defense were wiped out, or the Horde offense rather were wiped out. They get that res timer, and the call is made for them to clear the base.
Yeah,
Warrior
that's
and the
pretty
Shaman
much
coming back, and
the
as you said, cleaning house.
defense needs to call that kind of stuff. When they wipe the enemy team, your offense needs to be aware, so you don't push forward into the graveyard because that can happen. You just need to like regroup into flag room or regroup into tunnel. Like now, Horde side has the upper hand definitely, unless they engage in mid now and catch somebody, which probably they can, like catch Yolam there. If they decide to charge, they just catch Yolam and kill him, and then upper hand goes to Alliance.
Looks like allowed to pass the offensive both teams.
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
pass each other.
could have seen a mention. They'll decide not. They'll decide to simply head to their offensive positions.
I don't really see much banners this game though. They've buffed the entire.
A bit of Discord lag again. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, there's no banners at all. There's no 15% health for either Horde team at least. Probably Alliance neither.
Looks like the push is coming in right away for this Alliance offense. More of a fast push than we've seen from them so far. Boney already jumping down. You see everyone AoEing, looking for that rogue Sam, and there he is. Storm X, I think Feral Charge back into them. Now making his way out the ramp. All of his peelers are right with him right. So as long as his peelers manage to stay on top of him and go uncc'd, will be relatively safe. And they already popped that rogue out, so don't have to worry about a surprise there.
Yeah, meanwhile,
you see Zulp still wants to connect.
Well.
Zulp actually does
Perplexity
connect.
getting a rocket helm on Bonnie, that could be dangerous.
Yeah, but Storm is in some trouble as well. Bad and Zulp have both connected. Storm's just going to go down just like that. Zulp dealing damage through the fence there. So fence, but another situation where Boney cannot safely cap. Too many repicking players in that Alliance base. Flag once again in the hands of Tribe. We've seen so many repicks coming in from Tribe. Storm X having a lot of trouble staying alive against that combo of Sush, Zulp, and Sam on the rogue.
Yeah,
Tribe heading down tunnel with that repicked flag.
There.
Yeah.
I barely see Sampula getting any CC on him. He's very good with the sacrifice. Blessing of sacrifice, very powerful. And vanilla.
Absolutely. The most important part of playing that paladin or that priest is, of course, staying out of CC. As we see Tribe heading for the enemy roof with the flag. This is one of those situations where it's just not safe for him to exit the base via tunnel or via ramp. He's got to head to the roof if he wants to stay alive here. Zulp is right here, though. Zulp just always seems to be in the perfect position.
Yeah, but I don't think he can do much damage onto Tribe here with a healer. Never mind, Asmi's here, Colis as well. Oh my god, the entire alliance is collapsing on Tribe right now.
Just playing so aggressively. He should be able to safely hand the flag off to Storm. Oh, but not quite. The stun coming in. And Tribe, his health beginning to drop. He's in some trouble. They're going to have to likely click the flag off of his body. Heals coming in. Gouge on the Storm X. Oh, this is so bad for Big Dick Energy.
Coming out, though. They need to like heal up Tribe.
Look at Sush here. Look at Sush ready to cast. Sush and Steezy both casting a lot of damage about to go on to Tribe. These casts need to be stopped. They won't be stopped for now. So much explosive damage onto Tribe. The Warlock and the Mage both casting Funeral, though, with a huge repick. Hunter, not a great class for flag carrying, but he has the FAP up. His health dropping low. His rocket boots popped, and he's going to be running right into Yolam. Perfect positioning from Yolam there, ready to get the heal. A hero play by Funeral, clicking that flag off of Tribe when he died, and it looks like he will escape. Perplexity right by his side to peel anyone that should pose a threat. Pass likely will come back into Tribe here. What a play by Funeral.
Yeah, Funeral definitely ready to click that flag, having those rocket boots and free action potions, pretty much saving the team there. That was pretty much a cap if Funeral didn't pick quick.
Yeah, absolutely was a cap. 100% Funeral really saving the day there. And you saw, I don't know if you guys saw the exact same perspective on stream that we had, but Sush and Steezy just lined up those casts so perfectly. It was so sick. They were both right there at the Alliance ramp, ready for Tribe to come into their line of sight. And it was just a Soul Fire and a Fireball simultaneously just exploding Tribe. Funeral, though, reacting well, repicking the flag, saving the day for his team. So our score will remain 1-0. Remember, a fast cap by Frog Kebab House about 12 minutes into this game. But now, after 36 minutes of play here in map number 2, that remains the only cap.
Yeah, Tribe sitting in roof, like kind of alone there. This doesn't have much. Never mind, he swapped red. But yeah, they need to clean up this mess right now. Like the Alliance has the upper hand by far, so
Push already coming in now from the Alliance offense, it looks like. But Tribe is here defending. Storm X going to go ahead and hop down. The Rogue, though, and Sush are right down here. Voika peeling. Howfield right behind. Storm X safe for the time being. That Warrior defending is a real game changer. We mentioned
yeah,
Big Dick Energy is really good at changing their approach, and I think we're seeing a little bit of that right now. What they did towards the beginning of this match was not working for them. Frog Kebab House capped a quick flag 12 minutes into the game, and so Big Dick Energy changing their approach, putting that Warrior on defense, Storm X jumping just a little bit earlier, and playing a little more safely in terms of wiping up that enemy offense.
yeah, they definitely had to. Like they were super behind on when it comes to offense defense timing. But we see now Sush coming to Horde Tunnel, so we Stripe coming to the Alliance Tunnel. So they will just try to buff up a little bit and get ready. I still don't see, never mind, I see like banners now, finally. Putting buffs on some of those banners as well. Mark of the Wild and the Battle Standard. Those banners are very powerful, but they are super weak, so they have like 2k HP and they are easily killable. But they give a huge buff. Like it's 15% total HP. It's like pretty much half of a last stand or an entire life-giving gem. Meanwhile, Storm resisting the death coil.
Yeah, that's a big death coil resist. Sush was in a perfect spot there to really put Storm under pressure, but the death coil resist comes through. We saw Boney get a lucky death coil resist in map number 1. This time, the RNG is on Storm's side. He will escape that death coil, one of the most game-changing abilities in Warsong Gulch. The timing of using it to catch that druid in a bad spot where your team can connect is one of the most important aspects to killing an enemy flag carrier. The resist coming in, and you saw Zolp was in position to connect there should that coil have gone through. But
Yeah, but
instead, Storm will
it's
be
not.
safe for the moment.
It's kind of RNG, but it's also like Storm is wearing some shadow resist pieces,
Yes.
like Storm Rage and like Shadow Reflector, stuff like that. It really helps when it comes to. Oh, never mind. They're connecting Storm. So gonna
Yep.
have to jump.
Shadow resistance on that cloak as well. Anything you could do to avoid those coils. Storm, though, in trouble, coil or not. A lot of damage on him here. The Rogue and the Warrior just pumping damage into Storm X. He's got
Silence on
Tribe here to
Storm.
try and wipe
Cannot
them up,
NS.
but a well-timed silence. Yeah, he can't NS heal, and he will go down. The repick was called for, so once again, Boney will be unable to cap at the moment. He's standing on the cap, though. They seem very confident they're going to be able to kill this repicked player. That's Perplexity with the flag in his hands, a very squishy class. He
Yeah.
goes down, and Frog Kebab House takes a 2-0 lead. Big Dick Energy really on the back foot, looking for answers. It seems like no matter what they do, the Frog Kebab House offense is just so effective at taking out Storm X.
Yeah, Big Dick Energy needs to change something on their gameplay right now. They need to figure out some way, because not only they got the cap, but they also got the clean repick. That's like too like favorable for like nothing at all.
Yeah, once again, as Cadet mentioned, a very clean repick for Frog Kebab House. They are once again way ahead in terms of the tempo here. Big Dick Energy unable to even think about picking the flag right now and safely escaping. Meanwhile, Zolp is already making his way down the Horde ramp, looking to meet up with Boney past that flag. Frog Kebab House, they're looking for the fast cap here. The flag pick does come in from Big Dick Energy now.
Yeah, Perplexity is getting ready to like uh, get the flag in the repeat.
Yeah, Perplexity wants to ninja this pass. They're AoEing looking for him, and they will pop him out right there. Meanwhile, Storm X has the flag in his hands, so a bit of evening out in terms of the tempo here. Looks like Big Dick Energy is once again committing a lot of players over there to try and kill that flag carrier. Last time they did this, it really came back to haunt them because Storm X was taken out. Storm X with only Kron to peel at the moment.
Yeah, but Bonnie
Meanwhile, a
getting fully
big battle.
dispelled. UHG
Yeah,
maybe connecting on Bonnie. Never mind, he got cheap. Bonnie's out. They need to make the flag on Alliance is safe pretty much.
yeah,
With the
very
Horde
much
one
safe
as well,
indeed.
making the graveyard jump. Stormex making the graveyard jump with Kron.
Big Dick Energy really needs to get their defense back in position quickly here, though. Res timer goes off.
Hopefully
Offense
he's
team
stuck in mid
heads
right now.
away.
The defense space is stuck in mid, so that's bad for Horde.
Yeah, Big Dick Energy still under some pressure here. They do have both the mages and the hunter here ready to defend. But again, if Frog Kebab House makes a fast offensive push here, it could get ugly. And it looks like that's exactly what they want to do. The Frog Kebab House offense headed up the tunnel. Let's keep our eyes on this Horde Banana. This Frog Kebab House offense has just been so impressive.
Yeah, and try once again just coming to defend, annoying the Alliance of pretty much. In my opinion, that's what he should do right now. Like he needs to delay the Alliance offense because they got the upper
Yep.
hand once.
He has just been taken out, though. So Tribe will be on the res timer. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Zulp and Bad waiting downstairs to connect. Sush is in tunnel with Colas ready to make the push.
Yeah, Howfield, I mean, try bought time for Howfield to make it up.
Yes. Yes.
Banner
And that's the
pretty
most
much.
important thing. You have to have that priest on defense to dispel those free action potions, get a big fear, help keep your flag carrier alive. And so that's exactly what you saw Tribe doing there. They did not have their priest Halfiel in position on defense. Tribe doing everything he can to give Halfiel time to get up there, get buffed, get some pre-shields on people.
I think Big Dick Energy needs to play more aggressive on defense. They cannot let the Frog Kebab House get up without using any sort of like FAPs or like rocket.
Yep, and here comes once again a push from the Frog Kebab House offense. They have been so deadly. Rocket Helm onto Halfiel. Doesn't look like he has the resto pot ready for it. Funeral, though, with the trap onto Zulp. That's big as well. Trap expires. Halfiel's still stuck in that Rocket Helm. And this is going to be some serious pressure starting to develop. Kron gets the sheep onto Zulp. Storm X still on the roof. Will go ahead and hop
Has
down
to
now.
jump.
Oh, and Storm X, he's going to try to put the juke on him and just head straight back to Banana here.
Yeah, that was a good one. I think the Rogue was waiting on the other side.
Yeah, the Rogue was waiting in lobby
But
there.
Crown died, so it's gonna be a lot of chaos on the Horde defense right now.
Yeah, so this is where we see Frog Kebab House in these situations. They love to just stay aggressive, and that's exactly what Zulp is doing. He's going to pop the FAP right now. Sam with a huge sap onto Halfield gets the blind onto Storm X. There is no abolished poison up. It's going to be the whole offense connecting on
That's
Storm X
probably
once
the
again.
kill.
He's in a lot of trouble here. His priest
Kidney
in a
shot
sap. He's eating so much damage. Full kidney shot now. That sap is
A
still not
coil
expired.
coming
The death
out,
coil onto Storm X, and he is going to go down once again. The repick
repick
once
from
again from Voika,
Voidke,
though. Voika saving the day. Can he survive until Storm X gets the res?
and
No,
that's
he
game.
cannot. Frog Kebab House with a 3-0 victory. They take a 2-0 series. This is just so unexpected. Big Dick Energy is really struggling right now.
Yeah, they definitely need to change something.
Frog Kebab House really, really asserting themselves there. They take a 2-0 lead in this series. They've shown us that they can be effective on both factions. The first map was incredibly close, but map number 2, it really looked like Big Dick Energy was struggling a bit. They were unable to cap a flag. They had a lot of problems with that Frog Kebab House offense. Let's talk a little bit about that Frog Kebab House offense. They were so damn strong. Zolp was always in position, always applying pressure, doing a great job of connecting. Sam, you saw him get a massive sap onto the priest there on balcony at the end of that second. It was just such impressive play from that Frog Kebab House offense. Even on the alliance side, where you typically struggle a bit more on offense, have a little bit less raw damage and burst, they were really able to get it done, Cadet.
Yeah, pretty much the main difference here between Frog Kebab and Big Dick Energy is the offense of Frog Kebab barely dies compared to Big Dick Energy. They keep dying all the time. And I don't know, man. I think that's kind of on the Warriors. Like, both Warriors are taking pretty much, like, Big Slime is taking way less damage than Thrive right now. Like Big Slam is pushing on the banana with defensive stance, soaking all the damage, while the alliance is just focusing him.
Yeah, and you mentioned towards the end of that game, Big Dick Energy really not playing aggressively on their defense at all. They were really playing far up banana, more towards the roof. They weren't really going for as many kills against that Horde offense, more just trying to kite around. And it seemed that time after time, Storm X just ended up being overwhelmed. The fact that they were playing the defense so passively meant that no matter how much they kited, as long as those Frog Kebab House offense players remained alive and saved their cooldowns for the perfect moments, it was just a matter of time until Storm X got caught in a bad spot. Sush came in with a huge death coil, and Sam gets a big kidney shot. And almost every time we saw those abilities really line up nicely, the Frog Kebab House offense was able to score a kill. So, Big Dick Energy now will be facing elimination as we move into map number 3 of this best of 5 series. Frog Kebab House taking map 1 by a score of 3-2, taking map 2 by a score of 3-0, playing both factions incredibly well. Big Dick Energy, can they bounce back? This is tournament point for Frog Kebab House. The teams will switch factions. We'll get everything set up. The players will take a deep breath, and we will be right back. And we are underway here in map number 3 of our grand finals. Frog Kebab House with a 2-0 series lead right now. They will switch back to the Horde side here in map number 3. Big Dick Energy, who many considered to be the favorites heading into the tournament, have only managed to cap one flag so far. It has been a struggle for them. Something that we have noticed is that their defense has been playing extremely passively. Meanwhile, Frog Kebab House has just been playing so aggressively, both on the offensive end and the defensive end of the map. We've seen Zolp, Sush, and Sam on the Rogue continuously connecting together and relentlessly chasing down Storm X. Even when their initial push fails, they just never seem to lose pressure because that
Yeah.
Big Dick Energy defense is just playing so passively. So let's see if Big Dick Energy can make the necessary adjustments as they switch back to the Alliance side and take this series to a 4th map. This
Yeah,
is tournament point for Frog Kebab House here.
looks like they're playing standard group setups again. Like we're not seeing the double hunter stuff or double warlock, but they're engaging now on mid. We see the meter with the big cooldowns up with PI and the natural alignment crystal casting on drive as well. Nothing seems to be dying though.
Yeah, both warriors going pretty low there, but Both very experienced warriors. They're not going to overextend and get Zerg down in a mid fight. So still 10 players alive for each team on the server right now as Zulp begins to push up into mid, trying to use that pressure of the Shaman, forcing an early ice block from Voika there as the flag picks come in from the Druids.
Blind on Stormex there. It could be bad. Never mind, we got Halfil and Kran just spilling for him now. But
Stormax making his way.
Genova just rest and Stormex is by himself right now.
Yeah, he is. And it looks like Boney is running down that same western edge of the map. So this could get interesting. We could see an early clash between these two teams. Boney and Storm X are headed right for one another. Storm X, realizing he's alone, is going to turn around and backtrack just a little bit.
With the Rocket Helmet as me, no dispel for him. Soul
Getting
coming in with
purged
the
by
3-action
Demeter.
potion.
Yeah, Zulp coming
Oh,
in as
misclick
well.
retaliation. That was bad.
Yeah, not what you want to see there. A rare mistake from Zulp. He's been outstanding throughout most of this tournament. Stormex with the feral charge onto Steezy. That was a big palm pyro. That took him down to 50% health. Oh, and look at this. Sush is here as well. Stormex fortunately gets healed up by Yolam, and he will make the clean pass. I dare say if Zulp had recklessness there, along with that palm pyro, it could have been trouble for Storm, but he'll be okay
Yeah.
for the time being, making his way into the Alliance base. Meanwhile, Boney safe on that Horde roof. Both flag carriers safe 5 minutes into the game. Will settle in here in map number 3.
Yeah, that retaliation was kind of fat finger, unlucky. 30-minute cooldown, just thrown down the toilet. Don't think it will matter much though. Like, if the big dick energy play like they have been playing, they don't. Stulp won't really need the recklessness to like have kill pressure. However, I'm expecting to see some kind of changes on the playstyle from big dick energy. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, they've made a series of adjustments throughout these matches.
They catch up Steezy now on the defense side from the Horde, so the Horde defense will be one mage. That means Big Dick Energy has the pressure there, but looks like the Horde are coming out to clean house now. It's Sulp inside tunnel, so is Dimitri. So it's pretty much the entire offense, just cleaning the offense as well on the Horde tunnel.
Yeah, so we talked a little bit at the beginning of the match, and you and I talked a little bit during the break. We'd really like to see Big Dick Energy play more aggressively on their defensive side. It seems like they're really allowing that Frog Kebab House offense to really bully them around and just establish a lot of pressure. They seem hesitant to really kill them. They seem to be much more content with just kiting around and running away, but there's only so long you can leave all those players alive before they'll catch Storm X in a bad spot. And Storm X has been put in a lot of really difficult positions because he just can't stop running because his team doesn't seem to want to fight. They just seem to want to run.
Yeah, I
So
think
I'd
Big
love to see
Dick.
them maybe push into the tunnel here and try and poke away at this Horde offense just a little bit and establish some pressure of their own instead of just getting pushed around at banana.
Yeah, Big Dick Energy needs to gamble more on defense, like go more aggressive, jump in, Nova, Con of Cold, whatever they have, Supercharge, double multi-shot. They have a lot of tools to do that. They just need to synchronize it and just play more aggressive in general, yeah.
They're on the back foot for now as the Frog Kebab House offense that has been so effective groups up, buffs up in that Alliance tunnel. Sam waiting down in the flag room for the jump. Zolp and Sush will lead the charge.
Yeah,
And
they are
now, of course, they have
forgetting
that shaman once again.
they're forgetting battle standards again, which is not a big loss, but it kind of makes a difference in this type of games where
Everything
counts.
helps. Here comes the push from Frog Kebab House. Not popping the faps just yet. Funeral pumping some serious damage away. Sush is already through a nice scatter shot onto him. Will slow him down just a little bit. Voika pops his trinket, and it looks like Big Dick Energy does want to fight here. Halffield is sapped, or
Yeah.
rocket helmed rather, though. So Storm X is going to be in trouble once again very quickly. He heads to the back of the roof. Zulp is on him, but Zulp is the only one for the time being. Demeter trying to connect as well. Zolp 1v1 with Storm right now. Not a situation where a Druid is likely to die. Funeral was a nice Frost Trap. Will negate that pressure just a bit. Voika is going to go ahead and cast into it.
Yeah,
Funeral
looks
doing a
like the
great
offers will
job of...
fail.
Yeah, Funeral doing a really good job there of, number one, trapping that warrior, and number two, keeping the rest of that offense from making their way up onto the roof, keeping them trapped at Banana. Well
On the
played
other
by Big Dick
side,
Energy there.
on the other
And we're...
side, we got the full wipe by Traque KEBAP house. Like there's 5 little skeletons there in the banana.
Yeah, and I've just seen 5 Alliance players all res. So again, that Frog Kebab House team playing not only aggressively on offense, but also on defense. They are not hesitating at all to wipe out the enemy offense in totality.
But yeah, it's definitely an improvement from what we have seen from Big Dick Energy. They, at least they kill Shush overextend a little bit though. Yeah, they kill Shush, and now they're like literally pushing into tunnel, wiping the Horde offense once again. Or
Yes, so
trying to.
this is exactly what we wanted to see. They're getting a little bit more aggressive here, letting Frog Kebab House know that they're not just going to allow them to push them around. It's
Yeah,
tricky, though. You can't overcommit in these situations. It looks like Voika is in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be healed
yeah.
up, though. He and Kron both escape. And
You can
this is
see,
exactly what we wanted to see. Big Dick Energy getting aggressive on offense and really asserting themselves.
yeah, Haufel died there.
Yep, a little bit of a punishment there from Frog Kebab House. Halfield taken out, so you're likely going to have to see Storm X jump soon. The good news is that Big Dick Energy
We can
was
hide
able to
as
force a
well.
fair amount of cooldowns. And as Voika goes down, Zolp is going to pre-pop a FAP and head back in to the flag room here. They want to kill the priest if they are at all able to. Zolp stuck in a fear, though, out of
They're gonna
stance.
kill
He's going to get
Swish
sheeped
now.
now. And Zeus should go down. Zolp
Never
out of the
mind, Polish
sheep.
is here to save him.
Yeah, nice dispel on the sheep. And now this fight in flag room is looking a bit risky for Big Dick Energy.
Funeral playing it with the aspect of the wild, increasing nature resistance for all the team. Definitely taking out some of those damage from the mid, mitigating a lot. And yeah, the Horde just got wiped.
Storm X jumping on the cap. It looks like his team has made the call for him to hop down. They
Yeah,
think
they're
they're going to
on
be able to
Bonnie
get a
here in
kill
the
onto Boney
graveyard.
here. Boney being chased down by Perplexity and the Paladin. Big rocket helmet from Tribe. Tribe connecting on Boney now. Storm X trying to survive on that cap spot. He can't kite from this position. Once him to cap, it can flag return. Tribe trying to do just that, trying to get the flag return. Boney still full HP, though. He's just not under nearly enough pressure right now. Fortunately, it looks like
Yeah,
Big
the
Dick
Horde
Energy...
just rest.
Yeah, fortunately, it looks like Big Dick Energy were able to wipe up the enemy offense in that flag room. But Storm X jumping down, being told that the flag return was coming, and the flag return never came. That was a very risky. Once the Druid is very vulnerable, he can't do much other than sit in bear form and get spam healed. Fortunately, he's able to survive. Big Dick Energy wipes up the Frog Kebab offense. However, no flag return coming in. Both FCs will once again be safe after a very, very tight situation early on.
Yeah, at least they got a clean rest. Like they didn't get separated in the resurrection, so that's not that bad. Like nobody's, they're pretty much even right now. Nobody's behind. However, they might catch here. Traque looks like. Never mind. He has a feint death. Traque stealing the berserk from Eleanor. So that's definitely little bit of help for the Horde defense.
Cheeky plays by the French Hunter, whose team find themselves up 2-0 in this series. This is map 3 if you're just now joining us. Both flag carriers safe for the time being.
Yeah,
Storm
Battle
X on the
Sandals went
Alliance
down.
roof.
Tribe connecting on
Yes.
Steezy. It was like all the resources are being used on Steezy. They better kill him or just all those resources are gonna be useless.
Yeah, he was playing a different spec on the Alliance side, but now that we're back on Horde, he's gone back to that Palm Pyro spec.
Still a lot of damage going down on Tribe. Almost down to
Some damage
10%
going on to
deficiency.
Boney as well, though. It was only Sush. Once again, Sush getting a little bit overconfident, finds himself alone versus the Druid. Tribe now kind of doing the same thing. He's really the only one that has pushed this deeply into Roof. Just
Yeah,
a
but
bit of an
Tribe is gonna die
overextension.
there.
Yeah, big counterspell onto Yolam there is going to prevent Tribe from being healed up. Yolam was in position to be able to heal him, but a nice counterspell right into the Hunter Trap will shut down this offensive push from Big Dick Energy.
Asmi on point with the dispels, even dispelling restorative potion from the paladin and from the priest, pretty sick plays, like just letting his mages just pretty much free polymorph, even dispelling the blessing of sacrifice. So yeah, allowing the CC to be put out.
Yeah, it can be very difficult on the Horde side for the mages to get their CC to kind of stick. Of course, Alliance has a lot more on demand defensive dispels than Horde does. Both paladins and priests able to remove all of the above types of CC, the polymorphs, the frost traps, even the novas and the blanket counter spells. But the Horde side has me playing the priest very effectively, and the mages CCing very effectively. I mentioned that big counterspell onto Yolam was really what guaranteed the kill on Tribe. But really, that push started off with a bit of an overextension from Sush. He was able to get a lot of damage onto Boney, but I guess with how well he's been playing, just a little overconfident there, out of line of sight of his healers, and he went down. And
Yeah,
once that Warlock goes down, it's just really difficult to continue to establish pressure.
it's pretty much Big Dick Energy realized that the main source of pressure for the Horde, for the KEBAP offense is Sush right now. So if they don't let Sush go up, it's pretty much safe. Like Shulp, of course, can do good damage, so can Dimitri, but the real reason why they were getting those flag caps, in my opinion, is pretty much like Sush getting for free. Now they're like changed the strategy on defense. They're playing slightly more aggressive and they're being able to defend safely. Storm didn't even have to jump, but
Yeah, it's working well for them. They definitely have changed their approach. I don't know if they were listening during the commentary segment, maybe heard our suggestions, Mr. Cadet, but Big Dick Energy has started to show some of that Big Dick Energy, getting a little more aggressive, especially on the defensive side. We saw them poke their way into tunnel earlier, put some pressure on that Horde offense, but here comes the Horde offense once again. Not ready to commit to the push just yet. And interestingly enough, it looks like Sam on the Rogue will be thinking about sneaking up Banana with them. He'll decide better of it, head back to flag room to wait for the drop as his team makes the push up the Banana Zulp, sitting in a sheep here. Funeral starting to pump some damage out. Mages popping those trinkets. They are standing their ground, and that has been the difference maker for them here in map number 3. The first couple maps, they were jumping almost immediately as soon as there was pressure, but here we see them taking mana. Only a lot of damage. AoE coming in, Sapper charges as well. Storm X still not really under any type of pressure. Big Dick Energy defending this banana very effectively right now.
yeah, College is about to die. Once the priest dies, it's gonna be very hard for the KEBAP house often.
Yep,
So
Colas
they
goes
lost the
down.
priest and it just like domino effect. Switch down as well. Yeah. Very well played by Big Dick Energy defense.
Yeah, they're just looking so much more confident on that defensive side now. We've talked a lot about how they were really just running and not fighting the first 2 maps, and there we see them effectively defending the banana, managing to wipe out this entire offense. They'll leave Demeter alive here to wait for the res timer, I believe.
Yeah, on the other side, they made Bonnie jump, and yeah, now he's going back up to roof. But this little difference, like Alliance didn't have to jump at all, while Horde had to jump like at least twice. So yeah, it's
Yeah, Big Dick Energy definitely playing better here in map number 3 compared to the first 2 maps. As you mentioned, forcing a couple jumps from Boney early on. Meanwhile, Storm is nice and cozy up on that Alliance roof.
yeah, and the Alliance defense is barely dying. You can see Boyke and Funeral just shredding on kills right now.
Yeah, it's
much
always a
different.
sign. Always a sign you're defending banana well when you have mages and hunters at the top of that killing blow scoreboard. The
Yeah,
banana farm, as we like to say.
yeah, easy honor.
Easy honor.
So we got Big Dick Energy just buffing up right now, drinking up, full HP, full getting those blessings up, getting those power word fortitude, getting those shields, getting ready to push. Looks like they don't have rocket boots up. They're gonna do very slow push. Yeah, and those battle standards really helping the defense teams surviving through the offense push. It's a lot of HP, 15% HP, and a 7k guy. It's pretty much. Oh, we got the damage on Steezy. Steezy getting silenced right now. Traque connecting on Steezy. Steezy having to blink forward onto chip shot from Perplexity. Steezy dying here. That's a lot of pressure. Throw
Yeah, a
kebab
lot of
house.
pressure, certainly. And they've got the rogue actually making the push up banana. You don't see that a whole lot. Another adjustment from Big Dick Energy. They force Boney to jump once again. He finds himself under more pressure so far in this map than he's been thus far. He'll wait on Steezy, rezzing any moment now at the graveyard. But this Alliance offense still with plenty of mana, plenty of cooldowns to try and make something happen here. We see Tribe getting into position to connect. Goth is going to land some damage onto Boney right there. Boney hopping down onto that all too powerful Horde tunnel roof, joined by his priest and his mage.
Yeah, Yolam is gonna try to sneak up into that second floor. It looks like he's gonna be stopped by the blizzards.
Yeah, of course, these jumps not possible if you have a blizzard slow on you. Experienced players locking down that jump. Boney, he's going to hop down and head back up the tunnel to the safety of the roof.
They force the free action potion from Yolam there, trying to make the jump. It's so frustrating to try to make that jump on there's some blizzard there. It's impossible.
Yeah. Improved Blizzard, of course, widely considered to be one of the best spells in the game. It is undispellable. It slows you a tremendous amount and affects a very large area. Great for area denial.
Especially when you
You see
got
Steezy
five
with
tier
some.
2 pieces. With 5 tier 2
Oh,
pieces,
yeah.
it's huge, like huge area, and yeah, it's super annoying. Oh, Stormex forgot to take those boots there.
It shows to actually to just interject. It shows the boots on our Spectre account. They're not a player run right past those boots in tunnel. It's because it's only a bug that it's showing them from our point of view.
That might be it as well. Looks like they found Perplexity on the banana.
Yeah, but
It's
Boney,
easy casting on Perplexity. They're probably gonna die. Tidal Charm, and he's
yeah, title to secure the kill on Perplexity there. And it looks like Frog Kebab House will be able to shut this push down finally after having to kite around a bit. Boney putting the moves on him and his team putting out some serious damage here.
Steezy getting that inner bait from Bonnie really helping because he was literally but I don't think it was really needed. Like they already killed Perplexity. Yolam is like almost. They should have saved that cooldown definitely. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a complete reset on the Horde side.
Yeah, both defenses holding strong here in the first 22 minutes. We saw some wild momentum swings in the first couple maps, but it looks like everyone is calmed down, settled down, everyone's nice and warmed up, and the defenses of both teams playing very well after 22 minutes here in map number 3.
We see Funeral hiding the pet. He doesn't want it to die, but he wants those Furious Howl buffs so he can do like big multi shots. It's definitely really helpful, especially when hitting clothes. As a hunter, you can just like do the double multi shot with a trinket and just one shot a clothy easily if you get lucky crits.
So a bit of a pause here. Both offenses setting up, discussing their tactics. Neither has been tremendously successful so far here in map 3. Of course, we have seen the Alliance offense of Big Dick Energy force a couple of jumps from Boney,
Yeah,
but Frog
Steezy.
Kebab House with a lot of damage on defense with Steezy playing that Palm Pyro spec.
Yeah, exactly. Like the potential about Pompiro spec is like at some point, if you are tired of doing this 5 offense, 5 defense, you can just like put the Pompiro mage on offense and like make a super solid push using that counter spell on the blizzards or on the healer cast is really really helpful. Not only to mention the Pompiro kill potential on the druid.
Absolutely, yeah. Palm Pyro making the sacrifice of no ice block, no ice barrier, very limited survivability. But in return, you get to keep improved counterspell, of course, and that Palm Pyro Blast, if
Yes.
used at the right moment, can eat about 50% of a druid's HP. And if he doesn't have a fire reflector popped, there's really nothing he can do about it. Steezy,
Yeah.
as we've mentioned, one of the few people to really play that spec a lot. Most mages don't consider it to be worth the lack of survivability, but Steezy has been effective as Pompyro throughout this tournament.
Yeah, and Big Dick Energy just taking like way more aggressive positions now. I guess they kind of learned the lesson of like letting Sewage go past.
And here comes their offense. A fast push from Big Dick Energy. Goth is already through. Boney pops the Shadow Reflector right away. Counterspell's going on to Goth as well, but Tribe is connecting as well. Boney going to have to jump down very early. He's in a lot of trouble here, probably the most trouble we've seen him in yet. Yolam is right on top of him, lands a huge fear there. Boney manages to get out of the fear. He's got his Skull of Impending Doom still popped, so he will be able to create some distance. He's zooming away, but he's still under pressure. A very fast push from the Alliance side. That was the most aggressive push we've seen from them yet. Looks like
Yeah,
it's in danger of being shut down. For now, Boney is okay. They'll need to fight. They'll need to get some kills onto these mages if they want to keep this push alive. And Steezy is just pumping out damage.
yeah. On the other side, Stormex did a full lap around his base, chilling while having like almost no pressure, just like with his mages kiting and stuff. They managed to kill the rogue. They will probably kill Sewage as well. So it looks pretty safe for Big Dick Energy right now that they're like playing a little bit more aggressive on the defense side.
Yeah, looking much better than in the previous matches. They really looked like they were kind of on the back foot and playing very reactively in the previous matches. But now they're taking a stand as both defenses continue to play well. I'd say we're in for a very long map number 3 here. We all, of course, know when the teams are evenly matched and the defenses are playing this well, it's very difficult to score a kill onto the flag carrier. It's very tough to make it happen. And so now we'll talk a little bit about what I think was a factor in map number 1. The longer the match goes on, the more sort of tilting it becomes to play offense. You find yourself time after time after time popping your faps, popping your rocket boots, running up that banana, making the druid jump, and then just being wiped up before you can really connect on him and score a kill. So the longer the match goes on, the more of a factor it becomes for the offenses to need to stay level headed. Boney and
Yeah,
Genova jumping down here, a nice Nova predicting the position of Perplexity there. He'll be caught out. Dot goes on to him, and it'll be difficult for him to do much now.
yeah. Especially what you mentioned there, like a lot of good players tend to be a little bit toxic sometimes when in communicating. And yeah, sure, they focus up on like the game and stuff, but when the time goes on and people starts making mistakes, it's so easy to like let something go out of your mouth and start tilting your own team
Yeah,
unintentionally.
absolutely. I know, especially like I said, especially when you're playing offense, in these long drawn out games, when you're playing defense, it's fun. It's a good time. You're farming kills, you're slowing people, you're kiting around and staying alive, but playing offense gets exceedingly frustrating. You have to think about it from the perspective of the rogue. This whole time as a rogue, you're just saving your cooldowns, you're just waiting for the perfect moment to connect. And then right there you saw Perplexity thought he had
We
an
got some
opportunity, but
pressure
gets
on
caught out of
Storm now.
stealth.
We got Dimitri pushing Storm, Sulp on Storm as well. Sam gonna connect on Storm as well. Blind on
Oh yeah,
Hogfield. No support on Storm whatsoever now. Both mages dead. Storm trying to jump, but I don't think he's
he's
gonna
gonna
make
go
it.
down. The
And
So
that's
Frogibus
that's
establishing the pressure on Storm X there and getting the first cap 28 minutes into map number 3 here. Frog Kebab House now with an overall flag cap score across all matches of 7-1. Big Dick Energy. They were playing so effectively on defense for so long, but they let the Shaman and the Warrior get through. They let them connect. And when that happens, your Druid is going to go down. 1-0 our score. Frog Kebab House in the driver's seat here on their tournament point matchup.
Yeah, we're seeing here some kind of common mistakes on the defense. They are not calling his druid to jump when he should have jumped way earlier. Like when the first mage dies, you need to call your druid to jump pretty
Yeah,
much.
once
Storm
one of those
decided,
mages is
yeah,
taken out, it's just not possible to continue to fight up there on the roof. Storm X hanging out on roof a bit too long, should have jumped, but you this is an individual mistake. This is a team game. At this level, every class's job is so specific, and the synergy is so important. The communication is so important. It's pretty clear there that Storm X was not told he needed to jump, and by the time he realized it himself, it was too late. There was too much
yeah. By the
pressure,
way, Bonnie
and this
just
could
running
be a
up the
fast
flagship
cap. Yeah,
flag. Maybe.
Boney has just crossed the map basically for free, and this would be absolutely so tilting if Frog Kebab House is able to fast cap here. Storm X with the flag pick, but he has a lot of players to deal with. Frog Kebab House defending very heavily. Storm X trying to make his way up the lobby. He's going to get netted there, shifts out of it nicely, still has his rockets boots popped, making his way out ramp, but he's got Sam on him. Oh, and there's a big kidney shot. Sam trying to pump damage. Storm X does have his paladin with him. Sam with the rocket
Rocket
helm onto the
Hill.
paladin. That's really, really big. Sam going to get sheeped by Kron here. He manages to skull the sheep. Storm X seeming to be safe as he makes his way down the ramp with Howfield behind him. Storm X making a hero play there. Boney almost was ready to cap that flag for free, and that would have been a complete disaster. Storm X
Yeah,
not entirely safe just yet, but
Zulp and
pressure.
Dimitri are going to try
Yeah,
to connect on him on
they
ramp.
want the Shaman and the Warrior want to collapse on him, so he's going to turn around here and play this safely. He is far from safe, but the longer he
The
delays
Sap on
here at the
Howfield
ramp,
now.
yeah, this could be bad. Storm X is going to go ahead and pop
The
free
Fablet
action potion. Oh
merge.
no, it's dispelled very quickly, and he's in a full kidney shot. He could be going down here. Needs some heals ASAP. Shaman connecting lightning bolts. So much damage onto Storm X. Sabotage is coming out. He's down to such low
Super
HP.
low.
Can he
Shadowburn.
survive? He goes down, but another hero repick from
Coil
Voika.
and
Can Voika
Butchke.
survive? Needs the ice block. He's
Silence
silenced
and
at the moment.
Butchke. He cannot
Needs the
blink.
ice block, and it just won't happen. Frog Kebab House with a very fast second cap. This is just disaster for Big Dick Energy. One more flag cap, and this tournament is over. That all happened so quickly. They have got to be frustrated right now.
Yeah, recklessness is up just right now for Zulp, so we could see a recklessness play on the next flag cup. Either a recklessness play or like a shield wall play, one of those. But yeah, that Fav instantly got dispelled, and that's what kind of allowed the Frog Kebab House to like stun lock Storm
Yeah.
and
The
kill
FAP
him.
dispelled right away. A huge kidney shot right after the FAP dispel from Sam. Just super clean team play. Excellent synergy for Frog Kebab House there. And you could tell by the way Demeter and Zolt positioned, they knew that they could kill him if he delayed for too long at that ramp. And that's exactly what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Dick Energy, your tournament favorites, their backs are up against the wall. They're one flag cap away from settling for second place here in the Classic Cup. Frog Kebab House just looks unstoppable. They're playing so confidently and with so much aggression as they fight for mid control here to prepare to help Boney get this final flag across.
Yeah, it looks like a complete reset from both sides. Back to square zero, but with 2-0 ahead by Frog Kebab House.
Tough situation to be in for Big Dick Energy. They have a long road ahead of them
Ooh,
if they want to come
Zulp just
back.
globaled Eleanor right there.
Yeah, deleted.
But Julep is about to die as well. Double ignite on him. He's gonna get
Shaman heals coming in
healed
though.
up. Yeah, Shaman
Well
of is
played by
very
Frog Kebab
powerful.
House here. Frog Kebab House is establishing a lot of mid control right now. You saw them manage to take out Goth. They've got now Tribe and Yolam in basically a 2v5 situation. The Paladin and
Those
Voika
wave
rotating
theories
in.
are insane right now.
Just so much damage. Zulp now
Intercept.
onto Voika. Looks like Voika didn't want to use an ice block there. He does manage to survive. His healer's with him. But
So
Frog Kebab
might die
House,
here. Soulfire on him. Yeah, he's dead.
yeah, finally. I was going to say, Tribe goes down as
Soulfire on
well,
Tribe
though.
as well.
So Frog Kebab House still really winning this mid fight as both flags are picked.
Steezy getting super low. He's probably gonna die as well. One more shoot. Yep. Dead.
Perplexity is 1 versus 1 with Boney right now in the Alliance base. Looks like he's in control of the fight. He's going to wait for this gouge duration. Drop the flash bomb right there. That's, of course, a consumable that fears a druid in bear form. Voika rotating in now. He's got that Frostfire hybrid spec, and he should
Stormix
be
running
able...
super low. Stormix gonna die.
Yeah, but Boney should be going down as well. He's used the Rocket Helm on Perplexity. He's got his free action potion popped. Voika and Tribe are on him, though. Trying to, NS, heal the best he can, but I don't think it's going to be enough. But here comes the cavalry. Just a moment too late, though. Boney goes down as well. So both teams defending very hard. I think at this point, Big Dick Energy knows they need to play with maxed out defense. I think we're going to see Goth, Funeral, and Perplexity all defending together. They need to make it more difficult for Boney to get these flags out. Meanwhile, though, the repick.
Goth is very known for also playing Warlock on defense, not only defending the flag room, but also they would probably swap one mage on offense and Goth in defense.
Yeah,
They
Goth
get
defending...
to a 5-5 situation.
Yeah, and when you do have a Warlock on Banana, it just increases your potential to really slay that enemy offense rather than kite them around. So we'll see what type of adjustments Big Dick Energy makes, but it's looking grim for them right now, Cadet.
Yeah, definitely is. But this kind of games just come out of who's like making the best outplays right now. Like the druids and the mages need to like make a big play onto the enemy rogues and the enemy hunters and stuff to get the flag out. And
Yeah,
yeah,
the
super big on
flags out
defense.
is definitely one part of the match where mechanical skill is a huge factor. We're going to see Storm X popping the FAP early, grabbing the flag, doesn't want to have to deal with stuns from Samyo, a blind onto Halfeel. Storm X not quite wanting to leave form to abolish that. He gets flash bombed before he can do so. The trap onto Halfeel now. So Storm X might be in a bit of trouble. He gets
Yeah,
lucky with the
Hawfield's gonna get
pathing on that
sapped
flash
after the
bomb there.
trap.
Yeah, that's a big sap by Sam on the rogue. Storm X, his FAP is beginning to tick pretty low. Pops the Skull of Impending Doom to avoid being blinded or rocket helmed. His FAP is now worn off, though, and he's going to find himself in a world of trouble pretty
Marks
soon.
out of
Sooner's
form.
casting as well.
He
NS
got
heals
full
himself to
healed
full.
now.
Yeah, NS is himself to full there.
Soulfire and Stormax.
Yeah, it's just going to be too much damage.
Coil
Death Coil now as
now.
well. Kron, though, with a massive Nova. Huge peel from Kron right as that Death Coil went out. Storm X far from safe, but the situation looking a little better for him than it was a few moments ago. Traque with the scatter shot. Paladin rotating in to try and throw heals and or a freedom. There's going to be the hand of freedom, blessing of freedom rather, and Storm X will narrowly escape. That was a massive hero play by Kron there, jumping in at the perfect time to just Nova everyone and allow his druid to escape.
Meanwhile, Bonnie trying to go tunnel looks like. Yeah, it looks like he got full support on tunnel, so he shouldn't have problems to get it up.
Should be both flags safe here once again. Looks like Yolam wants to do... He's got something in mind here. Not much a priest can do to solo a druid.
Maybe he can get a blackout proc to gain
Yeah,
time.
he got knocked off his mount there by a discombobulator ray. Excellent use of engineering by Funeral there, getting creative. But it's going to be a clean escape for both flag carriers. Boney's escape quite easy. Meanwhile, Storm's escape looking a bit hairy, and Storm X is actually dead right now. Someone has repicked the flag. We can't see with our interface. Oh, that is Goth, I believe, with the flag. In mid, Storm X waiting on his res timer. Warlock, not a class you want to have with a flag in your hands. Goth is about to be in a lot of trouble now. This match could end right here. Everyone's collapsing on him. They're going to have to click the flag off his body or it could be game over. He still has a hand of freedom up. It's not being dispelled. Demeter trying to purge, but not quite getting it, and Storm X is able to grab the flag. That was almost disaster for Big Dick Energy, but somehow, some way, Goth stays alive and passes off that flag. Storm X should be safe finally now.
Yeah. Goth with the Bulgarian flag outclick. Very nicely played by him.
You can tell that Big Dick Energy is just on the brink here. That was the second time in the last 2 minutes or so that they almost watched this whole tournament slip away right before their eyes. But hero plays coming in from Kron to peel Storm X, and then another hero play from Goth to repick that flag will keep them alive for now.
Yeah, now both teams are gonna get ready for offense, defense. Looks like no boots, no rocket boots for the Alliance side. I don't really see the Horde.
Horde side setting up their offense. Hunter's mark onto Samyo there, quickly dispelled. Looks like he was considering trying to go through this flare, but Funeral is very much aware. Mind control on the Voika there. He'll ice block that right away.
Alliance needs to put a banner there, though. It's definitely helpful so the mages don't die on the Horde push.
Yeah, there has been a lack of banners on this Alliance defense here in map 3. As you mentioned, provides a decent chunk of stamina, about 15% HP to your entire team. Absolutely huge. Can be the difference between living and dying, especially when the enemy offense goes for the kills on the
Bonnie
mages.
had to jump already, by the way. Perplexity's on him. Bonnie's still on graveyard. Asmi healing him. He should not be in trouble yet.
Boney okay for the
Yolan
time
tried
being.
to change coil on Bonnie.
Ooh, a big Shadow Bolt there, Nightfall. That'll take Boney down to half health. He jumps down to the second floor of the tunnel here. A lot of damage from that Warlock, and he still has a few dots on him.
He's still in trouble, though. He's like alone in the second floor. If Yolan manages to make
Yeah,
the
this
jump.
could be bad.
Yolan made the
Boney,
jump. Sapper and Bonnie, Mind Flay, not getting those blackout procs.
Boney hitting the trick jumps perfectly to stay alive here. Oh, but he falls down now. I've jinxed him.
He's trying to make the tunnel jump from the other side, but I don't think that's able.
I don't think that's possible, yeah. So Boney now going to have to run back up tunnel. Fortunately, it's only Yolam really able to connect on him right now. Genova Hero AoEing, of course, searching for Perplexity.
Traque just like using Bone River's Edge on his hunter, spamming those wing clips, being annoying.
If Traque gets killed here, it could be an opportunity for Big Dick Energy to make a nice push. And it looks like Traque will be going down. So if they're able to kill him, it looks like they're waiting on the res timer. Res timer goes off.
As well, Genova, Bonnie almost. That looks very grim for KEBAP House.
Yeah, this is a big window of opportunity for Big Dick Energy. They've managed to take out the Hunter, so if they can push before he reses, they will be in good shape. The Hunter is, of course, the most important class for really shutting down those banana pushes. So now we'll see Tribe head to the flag room to make sure he delays Traque once Traque's res goes off.
It looks like they're not using the opportunity of the Horde defense being
Well, it looks like they want to kill Traque again here. But the problem is that Traque is being healed and Tribe is not at the moment. Perplexity rotating in. Oh, and the flare by Traque. Unbelievable game sense from this man. Pops Perplexity right out of stealth. He's in a 1v2 versus Tribe and Perplexity right now, though. He'll need to be healed from roof, or he could be going down. I think Asmi is healing. Genova Hero also casting down from up on the roof as well. Yeah. Perplexity goes down. And Traque just showing you what a player he has become. He was relatively unknown.
In trouble as well.
Yeah, Traque relatively unknown in the vanilla scene until the past year or so, and he has just improved at an astounding rate, quickly becoming one of the better hunters in the game. And he just showed you why right there. The super clean trap onto Tribe, incredible game sense flare, pops Perplexity right out of stealth, and he manages that 1v2 situation very, very well. Tribe, though, coming back in for more, and he's being healed now. Asmi still up there on the Horde roof. Another trap onto Tribe. That one's dispelled very quickly, though. Yeah, and Traque, it looks like Traque might finally go down here. Traque does go down. So here is the window of opportunity. Big Dick Energy needs to make their offensive push right now. They've given the mages time to
combat drink. They combat res Traque up into the roof, by the way.
Oh, what a play. What a play. The battle res from Boney. And Traque is back up. You love to see that. Look at him. He's back here on the banana, just doing all kinds of work.
Got nuked by...
Very well played by Boney to battle res, effectively teleporting Traque up to the roof where he can be in position to do his job. That is
He's
just
on a
top
clean
tier stuff
house
right
now.
there.
But yeah, that's
That
pretty
is
much the defense. I mean, the defense from KEBAP House was pretty much playing down, and when the offense of Big Dick Energy tried to push, they just AoE them down and like force
yeah.
a lot of cooldowns, a lot of mana.
Meanwhile, at
While
the
yeah,
Alliance base, Storm X is in a little bit of trouble. He's been kiting around and he finds himself now with Sush and Demeter connecting on him. Colas is there for dispels as well. Storm X health rubber banding. He's getting very, very low, trying to kite his way up to the roof. This could be the game right here. He has so many dots on him, and it's
he's
perfectly safe
probably
for
gonna
Boney to
die
cap right
from
now.
those
Storm
dots.
X
Yeah,
goes down. Can they get the flag
College with
return?
the repick.
Colas will
Yeah,
get it, and that will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, your Classic Cup champions, Frog Kebab House. 3 games to none, and Frog Kebab House take the first ever Vanilla Warsong Gulch tournament. Unbelievable stuff.
okay, so, yeah. So pretty much Frog Kebab House versus Big Dick Energy, closing out those rivalries between apes and oil money from previous times and previous servers. There was a lot of hype. We build up on this match, a lot of expectations, a lot of big names as well. But yeah,
What a
Frog
series.
Kebab House just shred uh, Big
Yeah.
Dick.
What unbelievable series and unbelievable finish to our tournament. By far the best matchup that we saw throughout the tournament. I think the exact two right teams qualified for this grand final and made it through the bracket as Rise scrolls through his Discord messages.
Yeah,
Lol.
it's
But
fine.
no, unbelievable final series here. Big Dick Energy, I think many people considered the favorites heading into this tournament. Of course, some of the best players of each class on that Big Dick Energy side. Meanwhile, we talked about this before the series. Frog Kebab House, some extremely scrappy players. Definitely some players that feel like they had a chip on their shoulder and were fighting for respect. And you saw it come through in their gameplay. They were just so hungry that entire series, and it showed the up and comers getting it done. A total of 9 flag caps to 1. Map 1, a very close affair, both teams capping some flags, the game lasting almost an hour. Map 2 and 3, a little bit more of a decided victory. Big Dick Energy made some adjustments in Map 3 there. We really liked what we were seeing from them on defense in Map 3, changing their approach, playing a little bit more aggressive on their banana. But at the end of the day, I'd say it was the Frog Kebab House offense, that combination of Sam, Sush, and Zolp just really, really getting it done. It seemed like over and over and over they were managing to connect onto Storm X and force him into really difficult situations. Frog Kebab House offense definitely gonna be talked about for a lot of time to come.
Yeah, not only those three guys, but also Dimitri with the shaman plays, totem twisting like a madman, changing Wind Fury into grounding, like putting tremor totems super good on point, avoiding those spheres, and doing the damage output right when it's needed to be done. Very, very
Fantastic
well played.
stuff. Fantastic stuff. Thank you all for joining us. It has been a pleasure. I am OG. You can find me at my social media links, which you should see right above my beautiful face here on the stream. I've been joined, of course, by Cadet. You can see his social media links there as well, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube for both of us. We very much appreciate your support. Thank you to Traque for planning all of this and really making it possible. This tournament was Traque's idea. A tournament like this is something that we had been kind of kicking around in the vanilla community for quite some time, but it never seemed to really line up in terms of generating real interest, generating a prize pool, coming up with the spectator tools and all of that stuff. I can't stress enough how much work went into making this happen by a lot of awesome people. Thank you, Traque, for sort of being the godfather of this tournament, making it happen. Thank you to Henhouse for hosting this incredible server for us to all PvP on and enjoy vanilla at the highest level. Also, Henhouse did an amazing job of putting together some mods and some spectator tools and sort of tweaking GM capabilities to let us be able to spectate this tournament the way that we did. Thank you to Ryhaz for manning the camera today. I think he did an excellent job in showing you guys as much of the action as possible. And thank you most of all to Big Dick Energy and Frog Kebab House for putting on a fantastic show. It was truly a pleasure to watch. Cadet, any last words?
Yeah, just I'm very you know, surprised of the result myself, but yeah,
Yeah, I can't
very well
deny it. It
played.
it was a
Both teams.
surprising result. It was a surprising result, but it was a pleasure to watch.
Yeah,
Thank you all
definitely.
for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time.
Bye.